I'm more than willing to give further clarification or... Okay, hold on. I got distracted. So if you want to stand on your convictions, right? If you really care about your positions, your convictions, all of these things, Dark Tipster AU, you should be comfortable with doing a call and arguing those points and being confident in those because you are the expert in your opinion. So how is it not worth your time to do that when you're the one screaming from the rooftops? I'd be happy to hear any particular issues you have with my videos or positions. I am more than willing to give further clarifications or attempt to rebut any particular criticisms, despite it would clearly be more sensible for me to simply let the matter drop. So you're just afraid of actually talking about that.
You're suing a man and you end it with a dog hitting a... What's wrong? Oh.
Cops is filmed on location with the men and women of law enforcement. All suspects are innocent until proven guilty in a court of law.
So DarkViper really believes he's in the right on a lot of things that he's stating. The problem is that things are either exceedingly over-exaggerated, blatant lies and slander, in my opinion, with some aspects of what he was saying. That's just me. No one else thinks that way that I'm aware of. I believe him saying that we doxed him is slander, but, you know, he'll sue Chud for making fun of him and put him on a defamation case for shitting all over his content. So, DarkViper has been crashing out. He's been crashing out for about, I want to say a year now, since all the videos making fun of him came out or criticizing him came out. He can't handle criticism under any scrutiny whatsoever, okay? Whether it's constructive criticism or basic criticism or full-blown laughing at him criticism, he can't handle it. It's all a coordinated attack against him. Now, I will state that the group chat at one point were shitting on him, which is totally fine. We also did try to help Chud get that DMCA strike removed because it wasn't fair. Now, I need to show something to you guys. And I think I can show this. Where is this? I could have swore Confusing's the one that tweeted it out. Confusing opinion. Hold on. Where is this? So there's a section in DarkViper's video where it's 5 minutes of uninterrupted Chud logic. That is uninterrupted from what I understand. Okay? Chud, with DarkViper's mindset, could DMCA strike DarkViper. But the thing is that nobody's going to do that because we understand the importance of not trying to fuck with people's income. We understand trying to not overall harm the platform, unlike DarkViper. Now, because DarkViper is a soy-filled bitch and will DMCA strike anybody that reacts to his content, Dark Tipster AU has uploaded a 41-minute response to Willie Mac's show. Now, this is not DarkViper. Obviously, this is Tipster. So, Tipster has taken upon himself to criticize Willie. And that is what we're going over today. Okay? Be careful. Be careful.
You guys for a second, telling you a long story that most of you won't care about and that the most of the world should not care about anyway. So, where to begin? Like, the story's...
Let's start off with what you just stated there, DarkViper. So you're saying that nobody should care about this. Nobody in the world should even pay attention to this. Why are you uploading it to your main YouTube channel? Why make the video in the first place at this point? Like, what's the point? What's the point? You're not really going to be changing minds with this. From what I understand, the only people that think that you've done good here is your own fan base. People outside of the commentary sphere are starting to see what we've been dealing with for a year with you, and they think you're a joke as well. Trust me, I've talked to a few of them. So your need to upload this video to your main YouTube channel because DarkViper Rambles is dead. You killed it yourself. A whole new audience, which is yours, is now seeing the crazy. Okay? Is seeing the crazy.
It's almost impossible to tell. It was why it hasn't been told. So like 7 months ago, I took down this video from this guy named Chudge Logic, right? And I explained the whole story in this 45-minute video. I think it's pretty good. there were details
Not really.
in that at the time even I didn't know. So basically, the story of Chad Logic is probably over a year ago. There was a dude in my chat spamming, "You should debate Chad Logic. You should debate Chad Logic. You should debate Chad Logic." I don't know who the
Why are you listening to random shitters in your chat? There's my immediate response to that. Why are you paying attention to that? Who cares what the shitters say in your YouTube chat?
says, "I'm obviously not going to debate anyone." And
He quit his Rambles channel over drama, but uploaded a drama video on his main channel. Also reminded, he said he's unhappy losers care about drama. Yeah, that's the issue with DarkViper. Every time he makes an action, every time, this is not me being hyperbolic. This is a fact at this point. Every time DarkViper says he hates drama and wants nothing to do with drama, will immediately engage in drama in less than a month. He's drama addicted. His whole personality is being the guy that controls the narrative to the degree that he believes it to be. Instead of just looking at it at an objective level, whatever he believes, that is the narrative. Instead of, hey, you're a dick for striking Chud Logic, you shouldn't have done that in the first place, and you're a complete lol cow. Those are the big three that people have been focusing on, and he just doesn't get it. He doesn't get it, that is the main hyperfixation point that we have with him, because he keeps responding. Like, we'll forget about him. We'll be dealing with other stuff, and then randomly he'll just start talking shit, and everyone's like, "What? Okay, like let's go again." This is just like what happened with Tipster. Tipster left the commentary community. People forgot about him, said that he left in February during the Lolicon video, like the Lolicon, is this really lolly video, and then started poking at everybody, saying, "Oh, I left the toxic community, commentary community this, commentary community that." And everyone was like, "Okay, Tipster, I guess you want the smoke." That's what DarkViper's done, and he's done it for a year. Tipster did it for a few months, okay? What is this? This is a live stream last night.
Diorio, as is a... So, there's a guy named Nicholas DeDrio, which is Willie's other friend. And
I love that he's like trying to be like, yeah, Willie's friends with these people. So that means it is indicative of Willie's actions that everybody just agree, like Willie agrees with every single thing that Diorio says, that Chud Logic says, that I say, that Keemstar says. You do realize we're all independent people, right, DarkViper? You do realize we all have independent thought processes and independent ways of thinking. We argue more often in that chat than people give us credit for. There is more arguing happening than you would realize constantly. We are all never on the same page unless the drama is like super obvious, right? Like, we argue all the time. Keem will say something stupid and we're like, that's retarded. And he's like, you guys hate me. Like during the Tommy stuff, he's like, I got scammed and all of you forced me into this. And it's like, what the f are you talking about? You know?
he looks like a circle. He is
Oh, wow. The typical fat joke. Real impressive, DarkViper.
perfectly circular in a way that I've never seen a person before.
Yes, he's fat. Nick is fat. Wow. Guys, did you know that Nicholas Diorio is fat?
And like, I don't like to mock a person's physical appearance. It's not
Yes, you do. You just did.
usually my wheelhouse. But
If it's not usually in your wheelhouse, you don't use it, Viper.
I can't help but laugh whenever anyone calls him Nicholas Diorio because he looks like an Oreo, right? But I heard of a story, like just scrolling stuff, where it's like, because I don't like bring up stuff from like 4 years ago, but like 4 years ago, he was on Twitter and he posted a picture of him with a girl to insinuate that he had a girlfriend, and the girl comes and like immediately says, haha, we're just friends. And so people widely mocked him because he tried to pretend to actually be in a relationship or whatever. But so like these stories, like they're not interesting. They're not things that should really come to the surface or be relevant in any capacity. Like every creator has their fumbles or whatever, but like really hangs out with the
DarkViper, you just made every argument that we've made, but towards Nick. It applies to you as well. Every creator has moments where they f up or look retarded. And people are allowed to criticize, laugh at, and shit on that. Which is what you're doing right now. So how are we the monsters in any capacity. We're just doing what you're doing right now. Oh, wait, I forgot. It's because it's against you that you have such a significant issue. And now you're going to try and attribute Willie to what Diorio does. He is a cry-bully. He's always been a cry-bully. That's what all of those additional clips and laughing at you about the Among Us stuff and laughing about the rant that you had about the nameless guy. Like, Viper, you are engaging in what you hate.
Lowest of the low, the most laughable, pathetic people on this platform, and then seems to pretend.
It's like really funny that he says that. Like, yes, drama creators are the... Okay, listen. Drama creators, we're the scum of the internet. We are a scourge. We are parasites. And that's okay. That's okay. Who cares? People want their slop content. We provide slop content, making fun of people or talking about relative dramas. How is that a criticism at this point? That has been a criticism since the first commentary channels have uploaded to YouTube. So what? So what? I don't care. I'm just here to laugh. I'm here to enjoy retards. I'm here to enjoy the drama cycles. It is what it is. You, on the other hand, attribute it to something that's way more important than what it really is. It's just people talking about people f***ing up and laughing about it or commenting on it. That's it. Let's see what he said about Tom.
When I look around the internet,
Okay.
Willie Mac Show is constantly mocked, like constantly.
Mocked by who? The Hassan fans? Every time I look around the internet, Willie Mac Show is mocked. Where? By your community and the Hassan community? Because right now, neither one of your communities are in good standing. You're slowly dying. Hassan is now potentially going to be investigated by the U.S. federal courts for pro-terrorism. Who cares what those people think? Which is exactly what you should be doing. Who cares what we think? The problem is that we've lived rent-free in your head for over a year, and you can't let that go.
In the same way that, like, who is his main associates? Turkey Tom. He falsely accused Pyrocynical of being a groomer and a pedophile.
Yes. Does Tom hide from that? Does Tom hide from the fact that the fuck up of the Pyrocynical thing? I don't think Tom hides from that. I'm pretty sure I saw him on live stream actually acknowledge it recently as well. Everyone knows that. Everybody. Every major YouTuber knows about that time frame because that was a huge drama involving Pyrocynical. You, on the other hand, will turn around and say, yeah, I've acknowledged that stuff, but when people find out later, you get mad at it. Versus Tom just owns it, and he's like, yeah, I fucked up. That's it. There's a difference between how you handle things that are brought up from years ago and people that are like Turkey Tom. Tom will acknowledge his faults and immediately go into like, yep, I fucked up. I fucked up. Could have done it better. I still think Pyro's a weirdo. I still think he's a freak, but I definitely fucked up some areas. You, on the other hand, will not let it go. You will get mad and scream out of context. You'll say that drama content is bad, but proceed to engage in drama content of people against XQC and others, Willie, myself, Chud, and the rest of everybody. You continue down this path versus Tom that just owns it. He's like, yeah, fuck it. I don't give a shit. Like, I did what I had to do. This is frustrating because there are people that have real healthy mindsets to things, and then there's you who's mentally ill.
And he wrote like an unhinged document about it, claimed it was like the Bible. Then he got bodied by the internet when it turned out that Pyro did not do these things. It caused Tom to leave the internet for like 4 months. Tom has defended the use of slurs, calling it
Who cares about slurs? Seriously, who cares? If it's not directed at a person that slur was originally meant for and in a harmful way, I literally could care less. Nobody cared. Also, Tom never claimed that document in and of itself would be the ultimate Bible of destroying Pyrocynical.
Times he's called people racial slurs like on live.
He's called people racial slurs on live stream? Where the hell did that come from? When have I ever seen Tom go on live stream, see a black guy in his chat and go, "Hey, what's up, N-word?" Like when has that ever happened? I think he yelled the N-word on a live stream playing Fortnite like a couple of months ago, but that's not directed at somebody. That's not directed in hate towards anyone. Who cares?
Stream. He very recently was found to be cheating on his girlfriend, and he got cheated on or something, and he's gone this rant like, "Oh, everyone cheats in relationships, man. It's just what a part of being an adult is." Like, obviously a person who's widely mocked by the entire internet, but...
Widely mocked by the entire internet. Okay. Tom said that people cheat all the time, or that cheating in relationships happens all the time. Okay. And cheating does happen in relationships. Did Tom say that all adults should cheat on each other? Did he advocate for cheating? I don't know that, so I'm not going to like step in that landmine field. But if your argumentation is that adults cheat all the time, they do. People get cheated on all the time. And it's an unfortunate nature of putting your love and trust into another person for that person to break it. People do cheat on each other. It happens. It's not some mystical thing that has just happened for the first time ever.
Willie Metro, support that man. Willie Metro thinks he's a wonderful dude, perfectly a person who should be associated with...
I just noticed this, okay? Maybe I'm just an idiot for not catching on. I did catch on earlier, but now I'm going to definitively say it. So DarkViper, because Willie is cool with Tom, myself, Chud, Diorio, the rest of us, the only real criticisms that I'm seeing here, at least in these clips from the live stream, because I have yet to see his actual video, which is Tipster's video. He's just mad that he associates with people that he doesn't like. Who cares? Who cares that people are friendly with each other that are within the same content wheelhouse? People do it all the time. The gaming commentary sphere does it. Gaming YouTubers do it all the time. Twitch streamers do it all the time. People collab with each other, communicate with each other, talk to each other about games, or maybe even be friends IRL. None of that doesn't matter. You're pulling, exactly, got him. He's pulling an In Praise of Shadows. Like with what Zane did with Wendigoon, and all the other people that follow and like him and talk to him, is trying to make it out like Wendigoon's an evil person because of the actions and things that people around him have said. You do realize you can be friendly with people and friends with people that don't have the same ideologies or have done stupid shit or said stupid shit. You could still be friends with those people? How does a DarkViper understand that's just like basic friendship? I don't get it. He cries about Muda? Of course he does.
Time. But again, one of the most annoying things here is finding out that Mudahar is involved in collaborating with and promoting these grifters. Well, one of my mods said he was hanging around with the quartering. Remember that guy I called a disingenuous, dense motherfucker?
Even if Muda does hang around the quartering, who cares? Who cares if Mudahar shouted out one of our videos? The investigation into Mama Max was a good video with Diorio. The video about Hassan that DarkViper's bitching about because Mudahar shouted out Willie is a good video, and he thinks it's a good video. I don't understand how this is a problem. Also, why are you showing us all saying Happy New Year to each other? That's like the dumbest screenshot of us. There are way better ones, like when I'm calling Roseanne like a dumb bitch or something. There are way better ones with me being a lot more harsh. And I've said those things publicly, so nothing really changes with that at all.
Well, one of my mods said he was hanging around with the quartering. Remember that guy I called a disingenuous, dense motherfucker?
Why do you listen to what your mods say? Why aren't you looking into that yourself?
Hanging around with Turkey Tom. Holy shit. And now he's like promoting Willie Mac in his videos? What happened to Mudahar in the last couple of years?
General. What happened to Mudahar in the past couple of years? Mudahar can like people's content and promote said content. Especially the fact if it's about Twitch and how Hassan is a major issue for Twitch. Mudahar looking at that going, hey, that's a good video. Even if, like, let's say Mudahar and Willie aren't even friends. Mudahar can say that's a good video within isolation and promote said video. So what if they're friendly? I doubt Willie Mac Show and Mudahar call each other on the phone every single day. You want to know something crazy? None of us talk that much privately to each other. None of us. On top of that, you've also promoted Willie's videos before on Hassan. So I don't get how you're upset at Mudahar doing this when you have gone into Willie Mac Show's comments and said this Hassan video is phenomenal, or whatever the exact wording is. How are you getting mad at Mudahar for doing the same thing that you've done?
So again, if you want to check it out, Willie Mac's video is great. He covers this topic. I would highly recommend you see this to see actual proper journalism and actual proper objective coverage of the situation.
Journalism from Willie Mac Show.
Did you hear where he said proper investigative journalism of this situation? He didn't say any other situation. He said that situation.
Oh, like, did I miss the hot minute where Mudahar's just like, you know, people have been calling me a drama YouTuber for ages. I don't like that. Like, I don't like being called that, but fuck it, I'm gonna become one. What happened? Willie's source in like,
you know, he can, you know, other people can do drama content, right? They're not gonna be good at it, but people can do it. I don't get this.
like this entire video is, I don't know, I learned about it in a dream. I made it the fuck up. It would just take.
You're such a fucking malding retard. It's so funny to me. Like, he makes it too easy to be able to dismantle his points. It's just garbage. He also took Muda out of context.
Where Mutahar had taken the L after a drama with Ethan Klein, and DarkViper intervened, doing the same thing where he doesn't play the full clip and cuts the context to it, so he—
Oh yeah, I remember this video. Yeah, he just straight up like rips the context of Mutahar like apologizing about the H3 stuff, and then proceeds to say that it's a fact, but he gets mad at everyone else when they like may or may not have done it to him as well. It's just ridiculous. I've seen that clip.
And it turns out that I talked to this person because the viewer said that I should talk to this person. So I was like, hey.
All right, let's read these. One of my viewers mentioned that you wish to discuss my views on reaction content. Well, I'm sorry to say that I don't think it would be feasible to engage in a voice discussion. Why not? Why wouldn't it be feasible? I don't understand that. If you... Oh, Dojangle's asking what Dark Tipster AU is. I'm just going to DM Doe real quick. I'm more than willing to give further clarification or... Oh, wait, hold on. I got distracted. So if you want to stand on your convictions, right? If you really care about your positions, your convictions, all of these things, Dark Tipster AU, you should be comfortable with doing a call and arguing those points and being confident in those because you are the expert in your opinion. So how is it not feasible? How is it not worth your time to do that when you're the one screaming from the rooftops? I'd be happy to hear any particular issues you have with my videos or positions. I am more than willing to give further clarifications or attempt to rebut any particular criticisms, despite it would clearly be more sensible for me to simply let the matter drop. So you're just afraid of actually talking about that. You're not confident in any way that you can meaningfully argue with somebody who has a legitimate dichotomic, like a complete difference in argumentation against you. Like, you can't do that. It's very interesting to me. Chud Logic, hello there. He just writes a whole paragraph. Like, what? Yes, I think it's the viewer in question that's been quite keen for us to talk about this and presented the idea to me. I don't want to seem like I'm desperately trying to get you in content, get in your content for my benefit. It was more they suggested it to me, and I was possibly interested if you were. In fact, they had said you were actively looking to debate people on this. That's fair from Chud. I think in the issue is regardless that I largely agree with your fundamental points about React content, where creators like Asmongold do, how negatively impacts creators, etc. So the thing is that what DarkViper's about to say is that Chud agrees with him on his reaction points, but that's not what Chud does. Chud doesn't sit there and eat food like Hassan, Asmongold, XQC, any of these guys. Those situations are rough. Then in the Asmongold point, the Asmongold thing is that Asmongold would upload reaction videos same day as the original video and mog the viewership. When they could wait a few days, then react to the content. That is the biggest issue with Asmongold. Asmongold at least like tries a little bit versus Hassan and XQC and Ada Ross and all these other lazy fucks. We can all agree on that. DarkViper just heard the words, I agree with you on Asmongold, and immediately jumped. Let's see here. Main point of requiring clarification would be around things that have provisions within fair use already, such as news or content with educational purposes, or reacting to a video of, say, a streamer announcing they're quitting, in which they lie or obfuscate about some controversy they have been involved in. Chud, I hope this makes sense. I understand there isn't much to be gained for you talking on this on stream due to the disparity in our audience's size, but happy to hear your thoughts. Chud's actually like being nice to him.
Me to debate you on stuff because you were asking about it, and so we had a back and forward here.
Oh my god, he just keeps moving.
The viewer said that I should talk to this person, so I was like, hey, one of my viewers wants me to debate you on stuff because you were asking.
Let's see here. The provision in fair use allows for dissemination of facts wouldn't seem to be given allowance for reaction to copyrighted works, merely repeating the facts contained within them. The facts themselves are legally different as a person's expression of them. For example, if I read a book where I bring all your
About us, and so we had a back and forth.
Fucking Christ. All right, here we are. Sit and read the book to your audience from start to finish merely because it contained facts. Is that a bad thing to like read someone else's work and talk about the actual intricacies of said work? Is that a problem? I don't get that. Like, how is that an argumentation point? If somebody like let's use his argumentation point, right? Let's use an example. All right. If I wrote a book where I bring together all the facts about birds thus far known, and you could not sit and read the book to your audience from start to finish merely because it contained facts, you could, however, repeat anything you read in the book and be directly quoting it so long as you said to be reproducing the work. That is retarded. It's a book. It's for public consumption. People can criticize said book, use said book, reference said book, read said book, and use said book for other forms of content. That is retarded. Repeating, a shooting happened recently, and the news report says the culprit is a person named Steve, is quite different from sitting and rebroadcasting new reports made by someone else. But what if you have your own? What if you have your own issue on that? What if they actually didn't shoot someone and the news report's incorrect, and you want to correct that? You want to be able to view that work, criticize said work, and transform said work through said criticism. That doesn't make any sense. Like, people do this all the time. People use other people's journalistic work to reference these things, or to use clips of said things, or to talk about said things. It's happened for millennia. Maybe I'm just overthinking it. News, political, and social commentary, criticism of others are the last things you want reactions to. Why? In the sense of live first-time viewings, such things can be done with careful consideration and research, not at the top of the head where information can be misrepresented or things left unchallenged that otherwise would be if greater time was taken. Reactions run the greatest risk in spreading misinformation inadvertently. Okay, but that doesn't violate copyright law. That doesn't violate copyright law. That's just what you have a particular issue with. So you setting a DMCA with the current way that the DMCA system is operating, or at least how fair use operates, doesn't fall in line with that I am aware of. We're given the strength to harmful perspectives due to being ill-equipped in the moment to correctly combat them. They're also in generally lower quality due to the person speaking being unaware of everything in the video, leading to them to speak on things unnecessarily as they are about to be addressed in the video. But that doesn't break copyright law. That doesn't give you the right to strike people's videos because of that. Let's see here. Leading them to speak on things, all forms of political reactions are done for the sake of entertainment and the benefit of one's making them, for not for any social good, at least compared to other forms of political and social commentary that do not have equal chance at such negative consequences. That doesn't matter. It's still transformative. That doesn't matter. I want DarkViper to pull this from U.S. copyright law. I want him to find exactly what that is and tell me that the U.S. copyright law and other forms of law are okay with this.
Headcanon of copyright law.
This is headcanon. This is headcanon. This isn't like real written facts of DMCA. Again, he's using this as an example, and it doesn't make any sense. To put it another way, nothing that is done via reactions can't be done with response videos. Okay, so you just have an issue with people doing reaction content in general. Overall, doesn't matter any other context of it. It's just reaction in general. And I understand that's been his position forever. But there are varying degrees of reaction style content that he needs to understand is in itself a form of transformative medium. If I sat here and said nothing for hours, or even, let's say I said nothing for 10 to 15 to 20 minutes uninterrupted, and I just ate food the whole time and went, lol, and just kept the video going, that is not transformative. That is a watch party. I get that it is the lowest form of transformative media is doing what I do. It's the lowest form imaginable. Lowest. All I do is pause the video, put my screen here, and shit talk. But at least I'm transforming and adding more to the conversation than just sitting there like Hassan or XQC that just eats food and plays movies or full-blown terrorism videos like Hassan does, uninterrupted. There's a definitive difference.
Forward here, where he asked me about whether I think what kind of reaction content he does is permissible, justifiable morally. He says he accepts, of course, that reaction content is bad in the way that I described, because
No, he didn't. He said, I agree with you, like in context of Asmongold stuff. So what I am deferring, and this is making an assumption, Shud might be completely different with me on this. I have no idea. But Asmongold's main issue was that he would do a reaction to a video that came out the same day. Asmongold would then upload video same day or within a day of it, not allow the natural viewership of that video to grow after like a week or two, then post the video, which would cannibalize the original views videos. That, to me, is something that we can have a discussion about. And it even seems like Asmongold took that to heart and he's not doing that anymore. Like, so what is, like, how is Chud agreeing with you on this other shit when that might be the main focus of the argument? I don't know. That's how I look at the issue with Asmongold's reactions. Maybe Chud has a completely different argumentation point than I do.
obviously true if you've gone through my work, but so I've spent, a couple of paragraphs here explicitly explaining to him why what he does is not something that I consider okay. I forgot about this. Oh, this happened November 2022. So I explicitly said to Chad Logic, what you do isn't okay.
But wait, did Chud see that? Are you going to show the rest of the DMs? Did he respond to this full-blown fucking schizo moment? Because what DarkViper's about to do is saying, you see that timestamp right there, November 7, 2022? After I said this, Chud Logic still went live and did what he did. Okay. Here's me a little bit, maybe you can I'll admit it, I'm probably sweeping. But there's no DM past this. You can even, actually, no. Proof right there. That's the bar all the way down. Chud didn't see this document here. He didn't see you writing out this paragraph. So how would Chud know I'm going to DMCA you now?
Okay, I forgot about this. Oh, this happened November 2022. So I explicitly said to Chad Logic, what you do isn't okay. I do not give you permission to react to my content. Still,
you didn't say that. You didn't say that in that entire DM frame. I just read all of your DMs with him. Chat. At any point did he say you are not allowed to react to my content or anything in there from what I have read out loud so far? Did anybody hear the words Chud Logic or Chud, you're not allowed to react to my content? Did anybody hear that when I said it? I don't think I said that. So Viper is making shit up right now.
Till then later, he would...
What would it matter, though? It would matter, because DarkViper within these DMs is stating, I talked to Chud about why I think there's an issue with it, but he didn't expressly say anything about, Chud, you're not allowed to react to my content. I just have an issue with your content. There's a difference.
He reacts to one of my videos, because he thinks it's going to be funny. Not for any legitimate reason of commentary, and he has no other ways to talk about the entire video. In fact,
no legitimate ways of commentary. Did you watch the video? Because Chud, in of himself, was just criticizing the ever-living shit at your meltdown and laughing at it. That is transformative. I just don't get it.
Thumbnail of the video looks like this. Raped by Jack. The premise...
It's still allowed to react to his my point. Lord calls, ask people not to react to them all the time. Lol. But the thing is that DarkViper's never expressly said that to Chud, and Chud had no idea to know that. DarkViper's going off the assumption that Chud should already know that. That's my argumentation point. Like, if he said, I will DMCA you if you react to my content, Chud would be like, yeah, DarkViper's soy. He's going to DMCA me if I react to any of his content. Like, he's not doing what I'm doing, where I am transforming the content. And DarkTipsterAU made his own video, you know? This is the funniest goddamn line I've ever heard. I just want you to hear this.
He has no idea what he's talking about the entire video. In fact, the thumbnail of the video looks like this. Raped by Jack. The premise of this video apparently was to answer the question as to whether or not Jack's films personally sexually assaulted me.
Guys. Hold
raped
on.
by...
DK is the greatest thumbnail artist this community has ever seen. I'm going to hype DK up a little bit, all right? I'm going to glaze DK. DK is one of the best goddamn thumbnail artists of all time. Do you realize what he is doing here? I want you to listen carefully, again, to his argumentation point of why he believes that this video is invalid.
Commentary, and he has no idea what he's talking about the entire video. In fact, the thumbnail of the video looks like this. Raped by Jack. The premise of this video apparently was to answer the question as to whether or not Jack's films personally sexually assaulted me.
That is not what that's about at all. Not even close. It's about how Jack's films has argumentation points that are against yours, or at least is able to articulate his points better than you, and you got mogged by Jack's films at one point for this discussion. You got mogged. You got raped. You know? If you don't like the word raped, okay, but that's what happened. It's not to answer a question if you were sexually assaulted by Jack's films. Like, there's nothing in there. Like, I don't know how you took away as that. I don't know how you did that. I don't know how you took away that is what it is. What is wrong with you?
Fully understand the kind of quality of content that we're talking about for this video.
Yes, laughing at you, making fun of you, talking about how you lost an argument or some kind of situation. It's just like, who cares? This guy reacted to Buddha's entire video when he had drama with him and uploaded it on his channel. Not shocked.
So obviously, Chud Logic was in the wrong in that
he's a hypocrite. We all know this. The reason I'm even taking the time to do this is because it pisses him off. Because it's funny and he's easy to debunk. He's easy to argue against, and he thinks he's some sort of debate lord.
He legally does have any right to repost my content on his YouTube channel. In the video itself, he mentions twice that he knew it was illegal what he was doing and he simply didn't care.
Where's the clip then? I don't remember that.
Personal message from me saying you should not do this. I do not give you permission. I do not believe what you are doing.
But you didn't say that in the messages. We read them.
Is right, and he stood it anyway. And so I struck his video. Case closed. Right? For anyone with any semblance of sense in the world, that's the end of the story. But Chud Logic is a drama YouTuber. A drama YouTuber with connections with some of the slimiest, well, most terrible people on these platforms. And so
I found the issue. He just hates drama channels. Okay. And you can hate us all you want. We've been hated for years, baby. Drama channels, again, like I stated earlier, are the scourge, the scum puddle, the leeches of the internet. So what?
So for months, he digs up every clip that he can possibly find of me that looks bad and just lies about the context of those clips.
No, we laughed at the context of those clips. We laughed at the fact that you had a full-blown meltdown in Among Us, and then you said it was Hashimoto's disease that caused that. We laughed at the fact that you had a full-blown meltdown about Nameless, and then you were like, nobody's going to care about my speedrunning record. Like, come on. Here's the clip of Chud. Perfect. I will take a look at this.
Context of the clip, it tells you a very different story, as DarkViper prides himself on taking only few small clips of other people's arguments to take them out of context to either poison the well or to show off his own superiority when addressing these points. To prove my point, here are both clips. We'll replay DarkViper's version first, and then we'll play Chud Logic's second, so you can see how much was taken out of context.
Like, if you watch a 30-second TikTok, right, I don't think that's a big deal, and I think ethically or morally it's not that big crazy a thing. But from an IP perspective, you have breached that person's IP, and they could legitimately file a DMCA request against you if they wanted to. Same with Asmongold Reacts. Yes, he talks a lot, but it includes the entire video. And the thing is, I'm thinking, is he making
Okay, so me and Chud do have a definitive difference.
like a legal distinction, maybe? But then he couldn't be making a legal distinction because legally, I think that all of them fall under the same issue with, you know, full reacting to the content that exists. Like, if you watch a 30-second TikTok, right? I don't think that's a big deal, and I think ethically or morally, it's not that bit crazy a thing. But from an IP perspective, you have breached that person's IP, and they could legitimately file a DMCA request against you if they wanted to. Same with Asmongold Reacts. Yes, he talks a lot, but it includes the entire video. Do you know what I mean? It's like, there is no real legal distinction here. So it's all based, I think, on his perspective and his morals. But it's kind of inconsistent to me, and I just don't know why you would differentiate so heavily when there doesn't seem to be that much differentiation, to me at least.
Interesting. He still doesn't get that Chud's position is against his. But he said that Chud agrees with him. You took Chud out of context, DarkViper.
He finds every video with anyone ever insulting me and reacts to every single one of those videos. Months crusade to find anything he can on me.
Months crusade. Months. Hold on. Let me pull up Chud's channel real quick. Up, Willie Mac show's on the on Chud right now. If you want to go watch that. Let's see here. Months-long crusade. 1, 2, 3. 3 of these videos, 1 and 2 of them were within the same time frame. One was 7 months ago. One was 7 months ago where he DMCA'd him. 6 months ago because the H3 podcast, laughing at him. Last Friend Turned on him, talking about the Carl Jope stuff. Sad Pathetic History of Dark-Viper, him reacting to British Runner, him debating a Dark-Viper fan, and then Dark-Viper hit piece spurs on extreme schizo rage. That is 6 months. Hold on, wait a minute. So 11 months ago, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 videos on DarkViper. The last one was 6 months ago. So you're kind of being a little dramatic there.
This even led to a Kiwifarms document being made by his viewers so they could funnel content back to him, in which I was...
This is a lie. Full-blown lie. I will die on that hill that it's a lie. Chud does not get documents from Kiwi farmers to funnel more viewership to him or information to him. Does he peruse Kiwifarms? He's admitted himself. I've also perused Kiwifarms. A bunch of people have perused Kiwifarms. People that lie and say, I've never been on Kiwifarms, have definitely been on Kiwifarms at one point. Just to peruse for information. The farms are not the Chud Logic forums. The farms are not specifically written by Chud Logic viewers. Kiwi farmers hear about a lolcow, they check out the content and go, oh shit, this dude seems funny to laugh at or to A-log to death. Let's make a thread on him. That is it. We have no association with Kiwi farms. None of the drama content creators tell people to make Kiwi farms threads so that we can have information from A-logs. None of that's real. This is a blatant lie. Blatant, full-blown lie. He said the Tea Party True Chap jocks him. Now he says that Chud Logic is responsible to KO Fred. Yes, so on Twitter, at one point, DarkViper did try to state that we doxed him at one point, which is not true. I've already talked about it in the beginning of this live stream. It is not true. None of us doxed him. None of us got his personal information. None of us wanted his personal information. I believe the only time we ever talked about the DarkViper Kiwifarms thread is saying, oh shit, Kiwifarms is making a thread on him. That's crazy. Like, yeah, it's crazy. It's also crazy that other people that we have talked about have had threads made on them. But that's not on us. That's on the people that use the site and want to create a thread. So blaming Chud Logic for that is false. You're just trying to do the Keffels argument in sympathy and look sympathetic to your retarded audience.
Docs. His father, the reason why I have more security now is because of this fuckwit. But amidst all this,
it's not Chud's fault.
Offhandedly, in this video that I made, I mentioned someone called Willie Mac Show. So Willie Mac Show is one of these cartoonish grifters who is friends with Chud Logic. In fact,
cartoonish grifters. I don't think Willie has ever grifted anywhere in his life that I'm aware of. maybe I'm like retarded. Does anyone at any point think that Willie could be considered a grifter? Like, is he trying to say that from like a drama perspective? Where he's like, yeah, he'll obviously just go with the side of drama. Duh, he's a drama creator. But like grifter's more used in the context of like people in the political sphere. So I don't get that. I don't get how Willie's a grifter. I think you're ascribing a word to Willie to make him sound as negative as possible to immediately start off.
As I found out recently.
Which is fine. I start off saying negative shit, but like, I don't believe you understand the terminology of that word.
He is in a group of drama YouTubers that all work together for like collaborate and push the same messages and attack the same people in particular ways. Mutahaz was in this group.
This is not true. This is not true. Yes. Have we talked about other creators and shit talked them relentlessly? Absolutely. Have we talked about the Creator Clash stuff and working in tandem on these things because Creator Clash was such a mess and an easy dunk? Yeah. Have we talked about the Rosanna stuff and her being a dumb bitch and complaining that she got kicked out of that she got demoted from 3rd place to 4th place in a YouTube video involving Mr. Beast? Yeah. Like, coordination is a very strong term. That means no matter what, right? No matter what, you continuously work with each other all the time. And that you never argue with each other. That you always work in tandem. We don't. Augie and me do not work together. Augie shit talks me. Fucking Wavy just laughs at the drama. Optimus is never in the chat unless it's something that he cares about. Boblax is Boblax. Mutahar is in there to add more information to it as an outsider. Keemstar is Keemstar. What more do I have to say about that? Turkey Tom never really talked to the group chat, and when he did, it was only shit that he cared about. Diorio talks in there the majority of the time. Diesel barely talks in there. Like, it doesn't matter. It's almost like people that have the same vested interests in drama are in a group chat together to talk about drama. Oh my god! The worst thing of all time!
He's apparently not promoting Woody Mac Show, so they're associated as well. But here's child logic down here. Now, of course, Woody Mac Show doesn't disclose this association.
Who cares? Who cares? Augie says you, me, Xylee, and Keem talk in there most. He is right that I've talked in there a lot, but I'm stopping that. It's like annoying.
If you haven't already, the multiplayer is like but with a shotgun.
Fun. I might actually do that. It doesn't matter. Like, I don't care. Like, I really kind of just don't want to be involved in, like, group chats. But I'll be in them for, like, basic discussion. But I definitely was annoying at one point. Augie is right. I'm not even going to, like, hide that point. But who cares?
He talks about the situation between me and...
Chris, why is Lily Orchard trying to falsely copyright strike people? Because they fucked their sibling and they're an incest pedophile or whatever.
Logic.
Maybe I'm wrong. Is that what Lily did? I don't remember.
Because Willie is a liar. But in the video...
Is that the same person?
I referenced how Woody Mac Show, for some reason, had been saying entirely false things all over Twitter. Why I lost respect for Woody Mac Show. And in this...
Complete false things. So, here's my retort to that. DarkViper. Okay? Here's my retort to that. Alright? Willie is responding to your actions that you are doing publicly and, like, shitting on you. Just like everyone else has been doing because you don't let it go. We've moved past you. Nobody wants to talk about you. The only times that we get to talk about you or care to talk about you is when you try taking pod shots. What are the false things that Willie has said about you? Be specific on Twitter.
Video, I showcased that Willie Mac made like a dozen false tweets about this situation, including retweeting misinformation from Child Logic himself, and he seemed to clearly know nothing about anything that was going on. This pissed off Willie Mac Show to no end. What was funny about him being pissed off is that in a live stream later, he admitted that he knew nothing about me.
Had to call you about the Viper stuff. Does he live in Australia, right? He doesn't live in your country, right? So
okay, Willie doesn't know anything about him, and then makes a video learning everything about you. Like, I don't get it. What does that matter? What does that matter? Okay, Willie didn't know who you were and then found out about who you were through your DMCA attempt, because every commentary channel, and I'm going to shock you, you're all going to be shocked with this very, 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 very scolding hot take I'm about to say. People don't like when people DMCA other creators over stupid shit. Crazy. That is the hottest take of all time, that YouTubers, especially drama channels, don't like when people DMCA people. Shocking. I know. Crazy. That is something that has never been said in the decades-long existence of YouTube. His first Assam video, but DarkViper praised it. Yes, I know. It's a complete non-point. I get where you're coming from. It's just crazy that he's using this as like an argumentation point.
I like don't even know what he's at. But yeah, I don't get it. I don't get any of this. No, because I don't even know if what you reacted to was fair use. You sent me it, but I haven't seen it yet. Yeah, talking to him makes no sense. It just doesn't make any sense. I never know what the f he's going on about. It is actually like talking to like one of the crazy crackhead homeless people. Yeah.
Why would you leave this in? It's just Willie shitting on you. Yeah. I don't understand what's going on, but he looks like a crackhead homeless person. He talks like he's on crack.
What kind of content does he even like? I would love to see what his live streams hold.
He does mainly GTA content, I think. GTA speedruns and stuff like that.
Like Let's Play stuff?
Just to be clear, based on the dates of videos releasing, he did at max 3 weeks of research into my career, which is 12 years long. I can almost guarantee he did not spend 3 weeks, but at max, he could have spent 3 weeks. Given that he also made commentary on my entire 33 years of life for some reason, not enough time to learn about a topic you know nothing about. I mean...
Oh, I'm so sorry that Willie Mac Show didn't do research for like going through literally every word that you have ever said. The main focus is that you were a dick to Chud. The main focus is that you're a lol cow. And the main focus was that you are a weirdo. And how retarded your 14-page document is. Question, the 14-page document, was that first written 12 years ago? Or was it a few years ago? Doesn't matter. The context and the talking points is in regard to the actions that you made during these distinct time frames. I don't get this obfuscation where it's like, oh, he only did 3 weeks of research into my 12 years on YouTube. It's bullshit. He wrote the document 2 years ago. Why would he have to go back 12 fucking years? I don't get you, dude.
Hey, he is the expert grifter lying on the internet for money, but if I was in his shoes, I would have limited my scope of my video to like 1 or 2 topics, rather like the 30 that he tried to cover in 40 minutes.
30? He didn't try to cover 30 topics. There are chapters for each topic. One is about the DMCA stuff, one of you being like a lolcow-esque, and a couple of others that aren't substantive to your history. It's substantive to the actions that you made within those times. So, like, what the fuck are you talking about? I just don't get it.
But hey,
Chris Discord. Oh yeah, Anthony, the Anthony guy, Leon, to answer your question, him and Lily have had like a back and forth. She's accused him of like plagiarism or whatever. She has DMCA'd him before and he like won the DMCA claim, so I guess she re-DMCA'd him again. I have no idea.
Hey, when you're in care, if you're accurate, it doesn't really matter. He knew nothing about this.
That's at least like the brief understanding that I know about.
Situation, had not seen Chadwalchik's video, and despite that, he was defending Chad because they were friends. Something again.
Friends? That is a very heavy thing to say because friendly and friends are two totally different things. Friendly with each other because we both run in drama spheres does not mean we are friends. I am not best friends with Augie because we are on a friendly terms in the context of like the small conversations that we've had. Same thing with Nick. Even though I've talked to Nick numerous times, I doubt Diorio considers me a friend, and I wouldn't consider him like a close friend or a friend in that context. We are friendly with each other. It just doesn't make sense to me that you're ascribing legitimate friendship to people that just have professional working relationships with each other or friendly relationships with each other. I'm not trying to downplay it. That's the reality of the situation. I am not best friends with Keemstar. I am not good friends with Keemstar. I am friends to friendly. I would say more friendly with Keem than friends. Right? It's ridiculous. Tommy, I talk to Tommy occasionally. I'm not friends with Tommy C. I'm cool with Tommy. I'm friendly with Tommy. Like, I don't get these people that do this. You took Chud's combo out of context. So let's see what Chud actually had to say.
Yeah, and
Well, I guess that's it.
I was going to say one more thing, and the other sad thing about it is it does create this chilling effect where it makes it more difficult to kind of engage with and respond to people's content who are like that. Like, I'm not touching his video now because I don't want him to fucking strike me again, which is a shame because it should be about open discourse and disagreement and even shitting on each other and calling each other names. That's all part.
I love that he just keeps cutting it out.
He doesn't disclose, and again, would this come up in the story a little bit later? So despite not knowing,
it doesn't matter. Why does he have to disclose that he's friendly with people? It doesn't make sense to me. Do you, Dark Viper? How about you disclose every single person that you have ever had a friendly interaction with or run in the same sphere of and make the same content with, and disclose all the people that you've had those conversations with. Disclose all of that. Put it out there for the internet, because that's essentially what you're expecting Willie Mac's show to do, which is ridiculous. It's a ridiculous thing to expect from people.
Anything about the situation, he says on Twitter,
"You're retarded."
That, I'm going to make a video on this situation between Chad and DarkViperAU. I haven't made up my mind yet about my stance on the issue. So Willie said here, all right, I'm going to look into this DarkViper stuff. And so Jin, he asked which side, and Willie says depends, haven't decided yet. To which I say, might be the first time I'll get a video about me where someone actually reads and watches my work beforehand. Good luck. Admittedly, would it be nice had you done this before mouthing off on Twitter? Honest of a man to say he didn't look into something before writing about it. Of course lying, because he...
So what if he was retweeting Chud being like, Dark Viper struck me, he's a piece of shit? Yeah, you can retweet that. You could retweet that. You could have a passive tweet. You could have a passive like and retweet. That doesn't mean full-blown endorsement.
Had made up his mind. He was friends with one of the dudes and already been spreading misinformation about the thing for weeks, right? So he makes this video. DarkViperAU won't stop from reactor base to locale. And so I watched this video when it came out, and 17 minutes in, I had to stop and think, why is this video so false? At this point, I already knew that when he was a grifter, he was lying. I knew that his association with Chud.
But you loved everything about all the Hassan videos. Are you saying that Willie is grifting and lying in all the Hassan videos as well? Now, I'm not trying to attribute that because this is your situation, right? But when Hassan says that Willie's lying about him, do you agree with Hassan now that Willie is lying about him? I'm curious what you have to say about that.
Logic, so he was motivated to lie. And you didn't like that I called him out for his
He was friendly with Chud Logic, so he's motivated to lie. Again, another fucking crazy allegation to make. Did people have discussions in the group chat about how much of a fucking retard you are? Yes. Did we talk about how Chud was DMCA'd and we would do stuff to help him in the context of retweeting, telling Team YouTube to look into this, maybe getting Keem's partner involved to help him overturn the DMCA strike? Yes. Who cares? People do that all the time. Nobody gave Ackman shit when he tried to help out Mischief during the Quantum TV stuff. Like, I don't get you.
Lies, and so I knew he was going to lie more to defend those lies. But even then, I still didn't understand why it was so false. And the big reason for this is he would say false things that benefited him not at all from saying. It's like there was no practical benefit to the false things he was saying, but he was saying them anyway. Because I had the impression that while Willie Mac didn't know much about me, I thought he knew at least something. Because for the previous,
So you made an assumption. You made an assumption that this dude knew shit about you. Wait, hold on. Are you out of your fucking mind?
He would say false things that benefited him not at all from saying. It's like there was no practical benefit to the false things he was saying, but he was saying them anyway. Because I had the impression that while Willie Mac didn't know much about me, I thought he knew at least something. Because for the previous, year and a half, 2 years, he had liked 50 of my tweets,
He counted the tweets. Willie Mac show used to, respond to my tweets and like my tweets, so he must have known something about me. Dude, it's Twitter. How is this an actual argument? Willie responds to anybody on Twitter. He likes tweets from everybody. You counted out the likes? How is this an argument? How is this an argument? So what if Willie said some shit to you on Twitter? That doesn't change the actions that you made. What is it? Holy shit.
Responded to a dozen of them. Of all the creators that I knew at the time, he had engaged with my Twitter the most, in a positive way. I assumed on that basis that he had at least some like for my content, in the same way that Turkey Tom admitted that he used to like my content quite a bit.
You guys are idiots. You're such an idiot. You do realize that people can watch videos in isolation and not know that you're a crazed schizophrenic? You do realize that, right? But you do realize that, right? There are people that have issues with Mr. Beast and they still watch the content not knowing all the crazy shit that's going on with the Mr. Beast drama or what actions Mr. Beast has made that people are mad about. You do realize that people can do that, right? Like, you can watch a video of somebody and not know the crazy shit that they're doing outside of the content. Oh my God in hell, bro. How did this guy, how is this, how do people take him seriously? It's so funny to me.
But DarkviperAU is someone with a smaller audience who you may or may not have heard of. He makes a lot of content within the game Grand Theft Auto, and while he's not as popular as Critical, he is a very successful creator in his own right, who does a lot of cool things on YouTube, and he's someone that I watch from time to time.
Until I called him a bastard in DMs, and they just also started lying. That's another story. As it turns out, Willie is a person who is a clout chaser in the traditional...
You do realize that somebody can say nice things about you, and then if you make an action that is unprompted or calling them a bastard or something, you know they can hate you later, right? Now, what you're trying to say is, well, these people said nice things about me, and now that they're lying on me. Where are the lies? Where are the lies? I want to see where it goes, obviously. He might point out what he deems to be lies, but you're not really extrapolating on it, calling it a lie. This video could have been 10 minutes long, pointing out what you determined to be lies. Instead, you made 41 minutes of this.
sense of the word, where it's not just an insult, he actually just follows people that have a lot of viewership and tries to buddy up to them in order to get views. And so the reason he followed me on Twitter and engaged with my stuff so much was in an attempt to get views from me. When he found out that he couldn't get views from me because I didn't respect him, as was in this video, he seemed to conclude, at least that's the only explanation I can think of that explains why this video, that he could just lie about me. So in this video...
Wait a fucking minute here. So now you're attributing that Willie is trying to be friendly with you to get views off of you when he has no association with the kind of content that you make. He doesn't make gaming content whatsoever. He makes drama content. And you're attributing that to him trying to buddy up to you to get views off of your name before putting out a drama video about you? This is essentially, I'm not kidding, verbatim, almost, what Impraise of Shadow said about Wendigoon. Wendigoon followed me, so I took it as a pseudo-threat. He knew all the horrible things that people were saying about me and calling me slurs, so that was him telling me that he knew. That's essentially what we're dealing with in this moment, is him making up headcanon about why Willie followed him on Twitter. Willie follows people with no viewership. Willie talks to people with no viewership. And those don't get views. I've had Willie on my channel. Smaller channels have had Willie on. And he follows a bunch of smaller accounts. It just doesn't make sense to me. What are you talking about?
That was meant to be about defending Chad Logic. He doesn't talk about the situation between me and Chad Logic until half an hour in live because Chad Logic was clearly in the fucking wrong. So what he doesn't...
You do realize that there is a build-up, right? He learned all the things that you were doing outside of the Chud Logic shit and worked the video as, look at this retard, look at his argumentation points, and boom, there's the Chud Logic segment as to why this retard made this action. You do realize that videos like these have a flow to them, right? You're a YouTuber for 12 years and you don't understand that videos need a flow to them for people to enjoy it? Or for somebody just to build up their argumentation points to the main situation. It doesn't mean that Willie's going, man, Chud Logic's in the wrong, so I'm going to put him in the back of the video. That doesn't make any sense.
Instead, he goes to archive.org and likely talks to Chad Logic himself and grabs every clip that he possibly can to spam in this video for 40 minutes, often repeating the same clip multiple times.
Are you assuming that Chud just said every clip imaginable? Is that what he's saying right now? Where's the source of that? To be honest, and to be real, I'll admit it, I sent clips to the group chat about you. I did that. Chud didn't. I sent your most embarrassing moments because they're fucking funny. They're funny to laugh at. My point when I made this video, when I made the one video, the talking head video about Dark Viper, where I bring up, and I still stand by this, speedrunners have freakouts that are funny to laugh at. Because he made that whole Dark Viper's Rambles video about Repsion posting his Among Us meltdown. And I talked about how this is just funny to people. And I showed a compilation of speedrunners freaking out. That is the extent that people cared. And it was funny to laugh at you.
never mentioning when these clips happen, why these clips happen, often lying about why those clips exist at all. And that's what this video.
Okay, I don't care that you had Hashimoto. Okay, how about this? No one should give a fuck that you freaked out on somebody on that because you got Hashimoto's disease. That's an excuse. I don't care that you were in a dark time. It was funny to laugh at. It's funny to laugh at you. Crazy, right? Crazy. The nameless stuff was funny to laugh at. Like, I don't get. I don't get how you don't get that.
And so I'm watching this video being like, this
Isn't also Hashimoto's disease like primarily for women? Don't women get Hashimoto's disease? Usually.
Can't be responded to. Nothing in it is true. Every sentence uttered, often for dozens of reasons.
So this video has a bunch of stuff in it that are total lies, and it's not worth responding to. If it's full of lies, it is worth responding to correct that. But the thing is that you're not showing that yet.
Is false. Sometimes it is really knowingly lying in that different statements that he makes.
Knowingly lying. So you are now attributing Willie to full-blown lying, that he maliciously painted you in this area just to support Chud logic. That is what you're going with. You don't know a damn thing, do you? You're just making up your own headcanon, DarkTipster.AU. You just have full-blown headcanon disease.
Can't both be true. He can't believe both are true. One has to be a lie, so you can deduce that he is lying to some degree. Second, is he so ignorant of everything that he speaks on that I would just be explaining things that he doesn't know. And the third is really, really dumb.
Isn't that the point of doing that? Thank you for the membership, Tommy C's Cat. Just a reminder, make sure you guys like the stream. Speaking of which, make sure you like the stream. We have 239 people here. We only got 71 likes. Thank you for the membership and all the generous support. You can gift membership, super chat, all that fun stuff. While I just keep shitting on this guy.
The two main arguments he uses to dismiss most of what I say about reaction content are, one, he doesn't care.
When it comes to react content being the worst because it's stealing impressions from completely unrelated creators, I don't care.
Any argument that he personally doesn't care about is no longer valid if he doesn't care about. I know that sounds stupid.
How is that Wait, what? How is that no longer valid if he doesn't care if it's stealing the impressions? Or what you determine to be stealing the impressions? How does that make his argument invalid? He says he just doesn't care about it. And he can make his own opinion and criticisms. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't care that you want us to understand the, what is it? I don't care that you want us to understand the context of the Among Us clip with your Hashimoto stuff. Does that make my criticisms or me laughing at you invalid because I still find that funny even with the context? He minimizes Willie's arguments without a context clips. Of course he does.
But he is that dumb.
But that's the thing. He'll argue we're always taking him out of context, but proceeds to take people out of context. There's no winning with him.
The second, on the basis of seemingly nothing, he argues there is a broad consensus that disagrees with me. And if there's a broad consensus that disagrees with something, it is false. Now, that again may sound stupid because, you're probably a person who's gone through high school and you would know that even if the majority agrees with something, it doesn't make it true. If the majority is against something, it doesn't make it false. There's no argument.
But as of right now, creators and viewers value the free speech and opinions that come with good reaction content more than they value
Here's the clip of Willie. All right.
impressions from completely unrelated creators. I don't care. I value the authentic entertainment of a first-time viewing React video more than the 5,000th Minecraft Let's Play video that's been uploaded this month. Maybe it's just because I'm a drama YouTuber, but I think the internet's at its best when people are easily able to interact and give their opinion without having to worry about copyright. It's called social media for a reason. Of course.
Wow, he egregiously took Willie out of context. Holy shit.
Potentially losing that extra dollar.
Worse, though, how he does this is he just asserts there's a consensus against my positions and therefore I'm wrong. I realized I didn't really cover it much at the time, but one of the most interesting things that Willie does in the video is lie so much to defend Chud logic, calling him reasonable and everything he does being reasonable, like asking whether Jax Films raped me, perfectly reasonable.
Asking if Jax Films raped him. Dude, it's a thumbnail making fun of you. Chud, that I am aware of, did not say Jax Films actually sexually assaulted DarkViper. Someone find me a clip of Chud Logic saying that DarkViper was actually brutally raped by Jax Films. Where is that? DK made the thumbnail that said that. And even then, it doesn't matter. It wasn't about you being sexually assaulted. It was about you being bodied in an argument. Oh, dear Jesus Christ in heaven above, man. So what if he makes a clickbait thumbnail? So what?
All I wanted to know is if Viper struck Chud and why. He's being so indirect. If Viper just said it because I don't think it's fair use, that would have been a good enough reason for me. Chud's even been reasonable about it.
But here's just a small selection of how Chud acted reasonably when his video got taken down.
DarkViper is seething about Jack's film stealing his thunder, which is true. He put out a bunch of tweets complaining that no one cares about his arguments against reaction content, but will listen to Jack's films. You were seething. Like, you had a whole moment to yourself. You got pissy. All right, out of context again.
I have no way to not be patronizing when I say this. Perhaps not long enough. Have you taken a peruse at what's being said about me? I don't care. I just want to know if you struck the video. It's a combination of things shown false in about a 6-second Google search, and that everything is false about him. All I wanted to know is if Viper struck Chud and why. He's being so indirect. If Viper just said it because I don't think it's fair use, that would have been a good enough reason for me. Chud's even been reasonable about it.
How is the market for your original work affected by this use? There is no reason to watch the original if you have viewed the re-upload. All information and graphics have already been seen. So, I think this is arguable. As to whether that's the case, because I don't know. I'm willing to kind of accept that, yeah, it is obviously the full 9-minute video that he uploaded. But like, what with the way it's been transformed and the way that I'm commentating and things like that, is it really like a replacement to the original work?
No, it's not. Wow, he is just full-blown cutting everything out.
Highly justifiably.
And pay his good money to get this fucking retarded bitch to file this stupid takedown request, okay? Idiots. Total idiots. Total fucking clown show over at that.
Oh, wow. Chud Logic calls you fucking retards, idiots, dumb bitches. Wow. Dude, he can have an opinion that you guys are dumb bitches. And honestly, he was fair within this clip. In this argumentation, Chud was being fair. And even Willie. I don't see how Chud is not being reasonable. This is after you DMCA'd him. And then you sent him essentially a cease and desist. And threatened to take him to defamation court. Of course he's going to say you're a bunch of retards.
Lawyer place. But this lawyer would say this. It has to be that DarkViper's been like, can you just please make sure that Chud doesn't get this because we'll just make more content about me.
That thumbnail is crazy. That's crazy. Chud was literally being fair, but he never shows the fairness of like Chud actually talking about his position. That is really funny to me. DK really is one of the greatest thumbnail artists this community has ever seen.
Correct! Here I am, DarkViper! Let's go! I'm here, baby. I'm here making more content about you, little wretch. The last thing you wanted to happen. I've got no intention of ever watching any DarkViper content again because he's a litigious little freak. The DMCA request that DarkViper sent me originally because it was funny and he's pathetic and cringe, and I showed everyone how pathetic and cringe he was. But I'm being very cautious about this, except for fucking shitting on him because it's funny. I'm never going to stop doing that. But
yeah, well, Chud is doing that because you keep instigating.
This has been fun. It's been fun to go over this. And I think it's pretty clear that this lawyer he's hired is also quite retarded and makes some very fucking weird arguments in this.
Chud's even been reasonable about it.
So let's have a look. Oh my...
Wow, I love that framing.
God, man, he's such a fucking nerd.
Dan Clancy got caught with porn. Yeah, he was jerking off to Mia Malkova.
Look at this. Oh, this dude is such a fucking loser. God, this guy's such a fucking loser, man. And the thing is, he can hide behind his fucking retarded opinion on taking an entire video. This guy's such a fucking loser, man.
Chud's even been reasonable about it.
What a fucking loser, man. Loser. What a loser. Dude, DarkViper, you're pathetic, dude. The MCA this.
Yeah, Chud's just shitting on you. He's not saying I disagree with it. He's just like, you're a retard. I don't respect you. That's okay to do. There's nothing wrong with that. People can have disagreements and say, fuck you. You are essentially, what is happening right now is what you bitch about, is that is being cut out of context to basically confirm what you want to believe. That's what's happening right now. Right now. You're doing the thing that you say that you're better than. You're doing the thing that you say that you don't do. You're doing that right now.
The MCA this. Oh wait, you can't because I'm not fucking watching your content at all in this bit, am I? You fucking bitch. What a loser. What a fucking loser. The MCA me, come on. Send some more my way. Let's fucking go, bitch. What a fucking idiot. Ha, idiot, you're an idiot, DarkViper. You, bitch. How many videos has this freak got on his channel about bigger creators reacting? Like, you're fucking retarded. What are you trying to say? Okay, so give me an answer then, Fergus. Give me a fucking dollar amount, you
Why would you just leave all of Chud's content in here? It's just him shitting relentlessly on you. Deserved. But, like, why would you do this?
In fact, hop into Discord. Hop into fucking Discord and you can explain it to me. Do your fucking little analysis of how much money this has all cost him. What damages are due. You fucking freak.
Chud's even been reasonable about it.
Let's go over every embarrassing thing that's ever happened to DarkViper, shall we? How about that? Should we have a little look at some of the most pathetic things DarkViper's ever done?
I still don't have a problem with this. You're the one that engaged and made it worse. You're the one that DMCA'd him. So, of course, he's gonna go in there and start looking at embarrassing shit to laugh at you just to annoy you. Welcome to the commentary dramasphere, DarkViper. You don't have to like it, but it is what it is, buddy.
What do you reckon? That's going to be fun, isn't it? Looking forward to this because, yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's a lot more to be discovered. And don't worry, guys, I'm committed to this.
No, Chud should not copyright strike DarkViper. I know that you're trolling, but I've been seeing some people saying that he should. No. You never want to, like, denigrate yourself to the level of the people that you are making fun of, which is what DarkViper's doing. He is essentially bringing himself to this level that he says he's disgusted by. But he's doing the exact same thing he's disgusted by. If you follow suit and also DMCA him. No, I know, Cadmus, but this is like a thing that needs to be brought up because some people are genuinely thinking he should. It doesn't add anything. It makes things worse. It makes that person a victim. It makes that person somebody that sympathy can be brought upon. Because now, his audience, if Chud struck him, he could start screaming and yelling, well, Chud Logic just did the same thing that I did to him. And then, boom, you have a hypocrisy argument going.
I will be looking up as much as I possibly can of this guy, and I'm going to be finding every single thing he's ever done that's embarrassing. And I'll be broadcasting it and talking about it, you know?
You do realize that was a joke, right? Chud, for 6 months, hasn't talked about you.
Even been reasonable about it.
DarkViper has made it very clear he's a pathetic little wretch when it comes to this stuff.
You are a pathetic little wretch.
So this is him looking at some gay Reddit video, okay?
This is funny. It's him crying over a Reddit video that was made. That is inherently funny and cringe. I don't know how DarkViper thought that he could, like, get away with this. Like, how people should even care about this. It's him laughing at you. Oh my god, the horror.
One of his retarded fans, one of his idiot fans, has put together some
Which you do have retarded and idiotic fans. They are the most brain-dead scourges of humanity. They are like bottom-feeding trolls. Not like a troll, like the internet term nomenclature troll, as in like actual pond scum. Like they live under bridges and they're retarded. That is your fan base.
Edit of him, right? Oh, I love you so much. We love you, Matt. We fucking love you. Let's put together a bunch of clips of your stream. Oh, we love you so much. It's so brilliant. Okay, anyway.
Chud's even been reasonable about it.
Guys, if you can find clips of DarkViper talking in his videos about not having a life, okay, please, by all means, send it to me. What a
This is why you got the girlfriend. Okay, here's me making shit up. And I'm telling you, DarkViper, because I know one of your lawyer people are watching this, or one of your mods or whatever, which, first off, die. Second, I've had a theory. It's a theory. It's a crackpot theory. It's not based in any truth whatsoever. I still genuinely believe his girlfriend is like a bait hooker. She just came on camera one time. That's a joke. Before you threaten to sue me, I'm not saying it's real, asshole. I am laughing at you.
Pathetic fucking loser, man. Oh my god. No friends. Oh no. What's happening? Oh my god. Oh. What a fucking loser! Oh my god, how pathetic!
Yes, it is. It's pathetic. You watched a clip on Reddit and you cried. It was funny. Here's a second argument. He took Willie out of
For
context.
a reason. Of course, there are some nuanced differences from what creators want reactors to do. Some don't want them to reuse the thumbnails, others want them to wait 4 days before reacting.
What I realized is that if you're a big creator who's going to react to someone's video, you should wait at least 4 days for it to be pushed in the algorithm naturally. And that's what Asmon and I talked about and agreed on after this happened. In this way, it creates buildup for his audience. They'll ask him to watch the video and they just have to wait patiently. So when he finally does, his audience is going to be excited. It means that my video will do better in turn, and so will his. You can see the difference in views on these two videos despite them being on the same game.
But as of right now, creators and viewers value the free speech and opinions that come with good reaction content more than they value potentially losing that extra dollar. Ekman.
Ooh, another Dark Viper moment, just lying on Willie Mac Show's name.
This guy's crying. He's crying because some gay Reddit video. God, what a pathetic wretch. He's crying. This dude is crying over a fucking Reddit fan video. What else have we got on the agenda? Let's have a little look and keep going.
Chud's even been reasonable about it.
I don't know, making fun of a dude crying is pretty low-hanging fruit. Listen.
Who cares? It's funny.
DarkViper's pathetic. He's a little disgusting rat. And what he does...
He's a lol cow. He is a lol cow. Like, can any of you, at this moment, rightfully discern or argue against me stating that DarkViper's a lol cow? He acts like one. He responds like one. He does all the things that he says he won't do and does it anyways. DMCA's people. Is he not a lol cow by definition at this point? Is he not? Is that he's hit almost the definitional standard of it. I would call him one already. But that's my opinion. You have the gene. It's up to you whether or not you let that gene take over. The problem is that you were a cow flying under the radar for a long time, buddy.
He's doing this like little ratty DMCA thing because he thought he could squat.
I would have paid point DarkViper to get a contest and make Willie's point. Yeah, well, to be honest, I agree with the act, man. If somebody wants to make reaction content out of a video that was just released, they should wait a few days, then upload said video after.
Me.
Yeah, he's literally just posting the highlights of Chud just mogging him at his, like, most pathetic.
Privately, right? Not only did it not work, but he's enraged the beast that has been fucking locked away for a little while because nothing like this has really happened for a little while, right? People have accused me of drama farming. Yes, I'm taking fucking advantage of this. I didn't want this. I didn't want any of this. I don't want the hassle of all this nonsense, right? In terms of like DMCA and copyright and law. I was just doing my thing. So yeah, I'm a bit annoyed. I'm a little bit mad, okay? I'm a little bit peeved about the situation.
Chud's even been reasonable about it.
Cry, bitch. Cry. The tears are just beginning, motherfucker. I will find any possible clip of them looking terrible, mock it and laugh at it. That is now the plan. This could be one of the most pathetic specimens I've ever come across. This is brilliant. Anyway, Jesus Christ, man. I'm going to spend my whole stream. Hating on DarkViper. And what we're going to do...
He literally left at the point where Chud was laughing and he's like, this is ridiculous. Like, oh my god.
Is we're going to spend the next 3 weeks digging up every single embarrassing thing that DarkViper's ever done publicly and making content out of it. No, I'm not really going to do that, okay? We'll probably just cut some videos from this, I think.
Just to be clear, he made dozens more videos that I didn't bother looking at because it doesn't matter. Like
dozens more videos. Dozens more. Wait, Sandra Hull's quitting? What? Wait a minute. That's bullshit. I'm sorry. We have to wait a second.
What is this?
No
what
way.
Even is this?
Liar. Sandra Hall. Breaking news. Sandra Hall is out.
Like, dude, this is just random shit. Now,
damn it! I have to watch that later. I gotta watch that later. We're focusing on this. I have to pull up Chud's channel again. Chud is getting me excited for no reason. All right, so again, DarkViper says that Chud Logic has done dozens of videos. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't know why this is here. 10. That's not dozens. That's 10. And then maybe the Willie Mac Show interview with Chud will be up, so that'll be 11. We're not at dozens. We're at close to a dozen. Okay? Let's be specific here.
Like, this is something where I think it's a bit uncertain as to how that would be viewed. Yeah, it was a 9-minute video, and my edit of it was like between 35 and 40 minutes or something like that. So yeah, this is one factor. I'm not certain on that, you know, legally, not sure what the situation would be, but I think that I would, you know, be willing to argue that there's a case to be made that that isn't necessarily true.
But he's bouncing all over the place, relating it back to my drama with Hassan, that people should give him the benefit of the doubt. He then asked me if I know what a DMCA is, and he says he can't file a false DMCA if it's his content in the video. But again, he's arguing semantics. He knows what I mean. The colloquial term for a false DMCA is when somebody strikes a video not because of their IP, but because of what the person has to say. He then goes, people have no clue what fair use defends. Consequently, any use of DMCA will create some ire with people. If you struck down Hassan or XQC because they got up and left, or a streamer who didn't add anything, nobody would care. People are mad because you took down a 35-minute critical reaction video of your 9-minute video. This is stupid because Viper's critique of React content is that they're taking the hard labor of others and passing it off as their own, not adding anything worthwhile.
And how React content harms everyone except the reactors. Reactors to mean the people who watch videos and pause occasionally. Some other things people stupidly call reactions, like commentary content, can be fair use, but not watch parties. How skilled you are at...
This is his bias. He calls it a watch party each and every time. It's not. There is still scathing criticism within it. There is still the aspect of like Mystery Science Theater 3000. Let's use them as an example. They will pause a movie, talk shit about the movie. EFAP also does this. They will pause and have 40-minute rambles about a specific thing said, and they continue on after 40-minute ramble. That is not a watch party. Those are people giving scathing criticism to the video in of itself. That is transformative at its core. You just don't believe that that is transformative. That is not what copyright would say. That is not what a U.S. court would say that we know of. Again, it's still a gray area. We don't have a determination on it, but I'm pretty sure if they saw about 2.5 hours, or almost 3 hours of my live stream, they would say, damn, this dude has been talking the entire time. He has been pulling up relative clips and other information from other videos this entire time to build off of your points. That in and of itself is transformative.
Pressing the pause button and having a discussion with your chat is entirely irrelevant.
Chud reacted to a low-effort 9-minute stream segment of Viper being salty that Jax Films was getting praised for criticizing Sniper Wolf. Chud reacting to and making fun of Viper took more time and effort than Viper's original video.
What Sniper Wolf does is orders of magnitude more creative, or at least what editors do, than what Asmongold does.
He is just creating these distinctions when no distinction exists because he wants to shit on the streamers more. That's my interpretation of this. I don't see any other way of interpreting this. Because you can have criticism of Asmongold's React stuff, and there's some good arguments against it and whatever. But like, Asmongold does say a lot of stuff when he's watching these videos. That doesn't mean legally he's justified, because I don't know if that is the case. But the idea that like Sniper Wolf is more creative, I don't know. Has he even watched the fucking Sniper Wolf video?
Doomer Media gave a great take for why this point makes no sense, even using Viper's logic.
Looking at DarkViper's original argument.
Oh god, Doomer Media. How's Doomer Media been? What has he been doing? How's Doomer? Does anyone keep up to date with the Doomer lore? Like, I wonder where he is.
There is no ethical justification for striking Chud's video.
When will he explain his point in more detail? Not shocked. It just seems like we're going to constantly deal with that.
It is not parasitic. It is not exploitative. It is not lazy, and it is not a market replacement. The only justifications you can really give are legal justifications, which should not matter because DarkViper himself is claiming that the legal arguments don't matter.
I just don't know anybody who watches Chud's video tearing into Mad and views it as a market replacement. If I'm wrong, he should be able to show the damages. Similar to how Mad Seasons did when Asmon was using his title. Here's the other thing with Viper. Every time someone has a critique of them, he claims that it's out of context when it's not.
Hey guys, I'm going to take this thing entirely out of context. He is so keen to poison you against this 14-page, meticulously argued document that he
The 14 pages! 14 pages! This meticulously detailed document. 14 pages. 14! This meticulous document. Oh! Just all the time. I can't. It's just so meticulously made. Hold on, I'm gonna... Hold up.
Did when Asmon was using his title. Here's the other thing with Viper. Every time someone has a critique of them, he claims that it's out of context when it's not.
Hey guys, I'm going to take this thing entirely out of context. He is so keen to poison you against this 14-page, meticulously argued document that he goes to the length of finding tweets out of context. He doesn't show the context.
And to say that I'm taking things out of context to poison the well is very disingenuous because I didn't take them out of context. I'll show you the whole context right here. One of his fans pointed out their disappointment that he would compare React streamers to someone that would commit sexual abuse, and he argued with this person by saying that their behavior is similar to someone that would sexually abuse someone.
To people who go around in real life and drug and rape people, so...
I just wish every person who makes that claim would care enough to go back and read my old essay. And in the context of my original essay, these references are still perfectly fine.
Viper then...
No, they're not. It's completely insane to even remotely do the, this, you don't care about consent like somebody who would drug someone at a party. That's a crazy thing to say. That's not normal. People don't make arguments that go and lead into potential rape and use that as an example. That's just, Guys, when you're in an argument with somebody, do you ever make an analogy of rape? Like, if you're in an argument with somebody and you need to come up with an analogy, do you somehow equate that, or at least make the analogy of it being like, well, it's like raping somebody? No, that's not what normal people do. No normal person does that. He doesn't, like, understand why people find that insane.
Says, I perhaps may have read more in regards to fair use than any person alive. He then corrects himself to any person relating to this case. He then says he took down the reaction video not because of the content, but because it was a reaction video. He then wraps up this anime-esque monologue by connecting it back to me calling him the fair use guy. And I'm like, but you are the fair use guy. You just said you know about it more than anyone else alive, and you talk about it routinely.
If you read into it, fair use is incredibly weak in what it defends. There are even courts that may have ruled against H3H3, given how they've ruled in prior fair use cases.
When he filed a strike against Chud, he unnecessarily listed his credentials, even though it's not relevant to people.
I have made particular study of fair use law. For example, I have read Heisedach and verse Klein, where is the fair use by lawyer Jessica Vogel, and covers all relevant precedent of fair use in America. I am perfectly willing to hire a lawyer to argue this in court. You sound crazy!
People filling out the form. The fact that Matt is so mad that I called him the fair use guy is perfectly on brand for him. Viper disagrees.
But that's Willie's position, is that you are the fair use guy. You're the guy that everyone knows that wrote a crazy document about fair use, and you're trying to change the overall ecosystem of the internet, which is negative. It's not positive. It will cause more negatives than the positives that you're looking to try and argue about. It will. Because anytime that the government or any form of regulatory body gets involved in social media, it causes a mass overcorrection. It causes a mass overcorrection to the degree that it can fuck up everything. Everything. It can affect multiple things that you don't even think about because you are not a practicing lawyer. You're a dipshit that read legal documents thinking that you know what they mean. Don't stick your dick in the beehive that is the government, Dark Viper. Don't do it, because what you're going to do is going to cause more issues than you expect.
Saying, it's like if you said Viper is the Lego guy, and when I said no, I'm not the Lego guy, you respond, why are you bringing up Lego right now in my DMs? Checkmate. Bro, if you made a 14-page essay about Lego and then wrote in my DMs that you know more about Lego than...
It's ridiculous.
Even a small sample here. This is what Willie means when he says, DarkViper is not reasonable, but Chud logic is. I do not act enough like Chud logic, therefore I am not reasonable.
Obviously...
That's not what Willie was saying at all.
You know, I am biased because I do react to things. I, you know, feel I do a fair use job, even though not legally, but ethically. I kind of react to stuff pretty heavily.
Okay. If I'm going to sweep a little for Chud, probably the way he was describing that is like the gray area of legality, which I also agree with. There is a gray area of legality, but that doesn't mean that it gives you the right to start DMCAing people and demanding that things change. There shouldn't be changed.
Legally, I think that all of them fall under the same issue with, you know, full reacting to the content that exists. Like, if you watch a 30-second TikTok, right?
Oh my god, he actually, holy shit, Shinji, he actually did use the out-of-context clip again that we already took issue with.
I think that's a big deal, and I think ethically or morally it's not that big crazy a thing. But from an IP perspective, you have breached that person's IP, and they could legitimately file a DMCA request against you.
Incredible. He doesn't learn. He really is a lolcow. He doesn't learn. It's great.
If they wanted to. Same with Asmongold Reacts. Yes, he talks a lot, but it includes the entire video.
Wait, Confusing added this?
The entire video.
Sorry to derail this funny tipster edit. Okay. Dark Viper's reaction in regards to how deleted videos spurging about SOG in March of 2022. Yes, he talks a lot, but includes the entire video. Holy shit, Confusing. Wow. Confusing caught him. Dark Viper, what do you have to say about this? I'm curious. Come on, Matt. What do you have to say about that?
Again, there was so much I could say about this video. I try it.
Damn, Confusing just taught me something.
I spent like 3 days writing a script to debunk this video. But I recognize, as you can probably see now, I am a terrible speaker. You see when I'm making intros and stuff and I'm reading from a word pattern, it often takes me like 10 tries to get out a couple of sentences scripted in perfect fluency. I realized that I've written so much that it would take literally months for me to explain through a scripted thing why this view is false, in all the ways that it is false. Because I'm not a person who likes to half-ass anything, as I'm half-assing this story now. And I knew I couldn't do it.
Wait, if you don't like to half-ass things, then why are you half-assing this? Like, what is the point of doing this? If you are a perfectionist autist, why make this video?
that really annoyed me, that for business reasons and emotional reasons, I should just let this go. Just accept that a person like Woody Maxwell will lie openly and not care what is true for money. And it's just a corner of the internet that exists that there's nothing I can do about, but it annoys me. And apparently this dude feels like he's made at least enough money of a ton of investment for that like 15 seconds he spent making this video. Because, you know, if you don't care what's true, you can just make up shit till the cows come home. He's like,
so, god damn it.
Young guy makes a second video, good money. Like when you're not bound by reality, you can of course just fire out video after video on the same person because you can just make up shit. And the people who he speaks
Video after video.
To know so little that they can't deduce for themselves that this stuff is false. You'll say a lie.
Where is the falsehoods? Say them!
Short 5-second clip that does nothing to substantiate that lie. Both ultimately therefore being lies is because one's missing a wide host of context that he's explicitly excluded, and the other just being something he made up. And you do look at that and go, well, neither of those two things are supporting each other. Surely then there's something going on here. False. But people don't, because they don't really care. The story that Willie Max Show has constructed is more interesting to people than the actual truth. And so there's nothing I can do. So I'm trying to tack into this video.
There's nothing that you can do. This isn't like a fake rape allegation where your career was destroyed. This is a video criticizing you, your actions, how you treated Chud and others. Like, that's it. It's not going to destroy you. It's not like you have a false rape allegation against you, like what ruins people's lives. You had a YouTube video made about you. Here's the video Confusing was talking about. All right. Mistake after mistake. Oh yeah, right. This is
these people.
Isn't this the Mudahar thing? So he's doing exactly what I'm doing. He's doing the exact same thing I'm doing.
Rainbow.
Oh my god, Mudahar's entire video.
It has nothing to do with
crazy DarkViper.
Stuff that I don't think is going to come up in the next video. I want to showcase how brazenly these guys lie and how low their standard of evidence is. It's not just Willie Maxwell, it's not just Chad Logic, it's an entire support group of these drama creators who do not care if what they're saying is true, they're just trying to make videos as fast as possible. So Nicholas Dedrio says here, this guy has actually become a total locale. Someone told me he was showing off his girlfriend on the haters, got her doxxed, and then made a video crying about who did it. What the fuck is happening? So this is the video he's linking here. And those who actually know my content are going to notice something very immediate here. Hello and welcome to your daily dose of Legacy Rambles, where Legacy Rambles are years old from my main channel, long before I'm in Aitana. It is literally impossible for this video to contain information about Aitana because the footage came from before I even knew her. I've never shown off Aitana to own haters. I don't care.
Wait, but there were people saying that you posted like your girlfriend's face or whatever, and that you talked about your girlfriend, and that you have a girlfriend now. Am I retarded? Yeah, am I retarded? Didn't he actually do that? Right there. Posted her face. It's right there. Do I brag about my girlfriend? My girlfriend. My girlfriend. Like, you did show her. You did talk about her. You did put her name out there. He was crying about his safety, but then posted his girlfriend's face. Yeah, so like, what the fuck is he trying to talk about? I don't get... Is he retarded? Nah, he's just being genuinely disingenuous.
Do the Instagram content, but I like doing it, and it's good for taxes. And she was an Instagram person way back when, so she can help me with it. Got her doxxed. I didn't know she got doxxed. When did this happen? When she lives with me now, so I guess she's being doxxed vicariously because these assholes are partly responsible for me getting doxxed.
We're not responsible for you getting doxxed. We're not responsible for that. At all. The drama creators were not the ones that doxed you. We weren't the ones that doxed your girlfriend. He also tagged his girlfriend's Instagram, which had her personal info. This dude is retarded.
But this video is nothing about this. Everything here is false. It starts with Nicholas saying someone told me. At best, this is Nicholas being like, look, anything I hear in the world is instantly true if someone tells it to me.
That's not what he said. He said, what the fuck is going on? That's not him saying it's a definitive fact that you doxed your girlfriend. He's asking, holy shit, is this actually real? Are you dense?
I'm going to put it on my Twitter. You even said, people watch these guys and actually believe the things that they say. As you probably know, I'm a bit of a workaholic. I am very passionate about what I do. So unless I have a good reason not to, I was...
DarkViper promoting Instagram, skip to 2041, only kept for thoroughness.
Spend every waking moment working, as I have done for countless years. However, this changed at the start of this year when I met someone and fell in love. One huge perk of this is that she is someone who makes traveling incredibly fun, in part because she not only loves organizing trips, but she is already very well traveled and so knows best how to travel and to where. The result is that this year I went to far more places and events, often making these trips into content exclusively for Instagram. This is content that you are missing out on unless you go over to Instagram and follow me right now. Excellence. You will get to see footage of my adventures with Aitana, when I hang out with my YouTube creator friends, and when I meet my fans at conventions. You will also learn about all the best places to go in Sydney, Australia, where I live, as well as come with me to see the most beautiful sights the world has to offer. I'm planning to go on a snow trip, as well as a trip to Fiji. I'm even going to Japan with a few creators that you might know. It is easily my most active secondary social media, and you guys in the comments are often hilarious. It is literally just free additional content for you, and I plan to make as much of it as makes sense before GTA 6 comes out, and I never leave this room again. So again, follow me on Instagram. I hope you enjoy the rest of the video. Like, I know for a fact.
None of us even talked about that. None of the drama creators talked about. Oh my god, I'm like slack-jawed. Oh. Wow. But that's somehow our fault? That's our fault. How is that our fault? What you just did in that video, Dark. How is that our fault? I'm waiting on a response to that. You're the one that talked about your socials. You're the one that talked about her being on Instagram. You're the one that talked to her that you're dating her now. And you also brought up the fact of where you live directly. How is that our fault? You're the one that made all those things publicly available. That's like me getting mad that people are like, oh, Chris lives in Buffalo. Yeah, I've talked about living in Buffalo, New York. Like, I don't get it. Context on the Instagram thing.
Been doing. Certainly sounds like his life is very much in danger at that point, right? Later he would post a picture of his girlfriend, which suspiciously looks like another internet couple. And he even posted to Instagram, tagging his girlfriend in the posts, which led his fans to find her Instagram account that links to her personal Facebook account. Remember guys, DarkViper's life is in danger here. Like if this had been true, then this would be majorly irresponsible of him, especially since that parasocial bond with his fans came back to haunt him, as they had been going after his girlfriend, by DarkViper's own words, harassing her.
When I did tag her for like the first...
You're such an idiot. This isn't our fault. You're the one that did this, Matt. You can't blame us for the actions that you made. That's not how this works.
If I spent all that time debunking this video, I get like 150,000 views. Maybe like 20% of people get to the end. The thing I think that convinced me of that so much was that video I made on Gabby Bell. So this video almost has 500,000 views. Showcases that video this terrible creator made was full of lies, stuff that she knew was lies. Manipulated text, terribly argued, and she is still as successful as she was back.
Man, he is really just attributing everything that isn't what he thinks is a lie. That these people are directly lying on purpose. Unless you have proof of this individual directly lying, or Willie directly lying, like you caught them dead to rights, proof that they 100% are lying, then you can argue that. But I don't see this. I don't know about this woman. I'm not defending her. I'm talking about the context of like Willie, because there seems to be a pattern where anytime that somebody that he disagrees with, he makes a video on, he immediately calls them a liar.
By me this video. The one thing that dishonest people have over people like me who try to be honest is that they know.
Oh my God, he's just such a fucking loser. I am never wrong. I am always right. I am infallible. That this God complex shit that he does is just so gay to me. It's so gay to me. Every time. I hate it. 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 I'm always forthcoming. I'm always right. I'm always truthful. I never once over exaggerate or lie. I never once take people out of context. Yeah, okay, dude. Bullshit. Bull fucking shit, dude.
What they're doing, and so they can very easily ignore when they called out for being lions. Gabby's like, yeah, this DarkViper guy called me out for lying. Who fucking cares? And she just continues on the career. Never acknowledges. 500,000 users, it does not impact her career at all. In the same way that Willie Maxner's video of him lying for 40 minutes didn't impact me at all. The sort of people who are going to believe something this false.
It did impact you. You said that we put your life in danger. So hold on. Did it not impact your life, or did we put your life in danger? Which did we do? Which can we do? Which point is it? Did we do something horrible to you, or did it do nothing to you? Which one? Dark Tipster? Which one?
Don't watch my stuff anyway. But this is the sort of content I used to make back in the day. Holy shit, like guys, in the video, there were points where he makes claims, then shows a clip that immediately debunks that claim.
Viper said Ethan memeing him saying 14 pages has traumatized him.
It's 14 pages! Because one of my favorite people on the internet, DarkViper, 14 pages!
I don't think Ethan is a very good person, and his using a soundbite of one of the most traumatic, angry moments of my entire life for many, many years on his stream, perhaps 100 times, is a bit more than excessive, and very—
It's funny! Bro, you said it was a traumatizing part of your life, which means that you feel potentially re-traumatized by Ethan hitting 14 pages. How is it traumatizing? How is it traumatizing in the first place? And honestly, you could chalk it up to Willie misspeaking. I'm not trying to sweep. It's just a fact of the matter. Like, you described it yourself as traumatizing, that experience in your life, which people with trauma, if they are reminded of that traumatic experience, become re-traumatized. So did Willie really lie? So if you weren't traumatized by that, then Willie's a liar. But you say it yourself. It was the most traumatic thing in your life.
Why was this traumatic for you? You're angry over nothing.
Like, how is that not interesting to people? It's just so impressively stupid and so impressively false.
That is so funny that he uses that clip. That is the funniest goddamn thing to me. I fucking love it. It's too funny.
There are parts in it where, like, I am saying one thing, the person I'm responding to is agreeing with that thing, and Willie has come back like 4 years later and said, hey, they're both wrong. To be clear, even after Willie made his view, it's not like he stopped spreading bullshit, because he just goes on.
Okay, so here's the thing. All right. Here's the thing. DarkViper will get mad about our group chat, right? That we like collect stuff and talk about drama and talk about the situations and all this stuff. He'll get mad, right? He'll get pissy. He'll get mad. He'll say that we're obsessed with him and all this other shit, right? Like that's his argumentation point, right? I want you to see what he is about to show you all.
There are parts in it where, like, I am saying one thing, the person I'm responding to is agreeing with that thing, and Willie has come back like 4 years later and said, hey, they're both wrong. Wait. Even after Willie made his view, it's not like he stopped spreading bullshit, because he just goes on. These are just tweets about me, by the way. I blocked the dude, and he just still goes on. I have to speed this up a bit. Like, there's just months of tweets over and over, just whining incessantly. Just cannot stop talking about me. To say he's obsessed with me because he's...
Buddy, you're doing the thing that you have an issue with the group chat about, is that you've collected all of these tweets in accordance with your drama and saved all of them. So can I say that you're obsessed with Willie Max show? Like, Willie made tweets about you when you were relevant. Like Nick joking that he got a Starforge sponsorship, talking about this guy. This is on April 9th of 2024. Low-key sleeper hit is when Tom made a video on him when he's supporting Tom.
Because he just goes on. These are just tweets about me.
How to spot a lost DarkViperAU fans in your replies. Read more. A joke.
By the way,
DarkViper blocking Tom.
Block the dude.
Funny. Everyone misunderstands me. Everybody else is bad faith. You're having to describe everybody that way. That is Critical Shogun making that tweet.
Just still goes on. I have to speed this up a bit.
Dude, this is him just like... This is just Willie engaging with everyone laughing at you. That's not obsession. You're just a funny guy to laugh at.
Like, there's just months of tweets over and over, just whining incessantly.
And yeah, I forgot that he put together an entire document. An entire document of all of our tweets, videos, everything. Your mods put it together. Because we were laughing at you. You're obsessed. You're the crazy person.
Just cannot stop talking about me. To say he's obsessed with me because he's tweeted about me like hundreds of times, it would be a little bit inaccurate, because he's obsessed with like anything that he can spam out to get a bit of engagement. He at some point was like 30 tweets a day for an entire month. The man is nuts. What am I thinking about doing?
30 tweets a day for an entire month. Willie just tweets a lot. And drama happens, and arguments happen, and tweets go out because of that, and engaging in the drama cycle. That's just how the drama cycle operates. It's been operating that way for years. I probably have hundreds of tweets of Keffels during the Keffels Tipster drama. I have hundreds of tweets about the Vosh stuff in Keffels. Like, who cares? Who cares?
Is, as you guys know, I hold the position in regards to React content that if you're reacting to something that you've already seen before and directly involves you, that it's fine to do. Because obviously every bit of the video you have some invested interest in because it's about you, and you have knowledge on it because, of course, you've seen it before, and you're the one being talked about. I'm thinking about debunking this video live. See, but the thing about this, I hate half-assing things. Like, you understand, it's dozens of... I don't even want to show you my notes because it's just so embarrassing. This, like... The amount of notes I've collected since I made those videos...
Yeah, you told British Runner it was going to take hours, days of your life to write out all the things that were wrong with his video, but then you proceeded to say, I'm not going to be doing that whatsoever.
About reaction content. So many examples of different events and stories and people saying certain things, even just in discourse and stuff like it's... And I know, doing it live, I would never do it justice. I could absolutely destroy Willie. And I think that might be why. Like, by now, he must know that a significant portion of this video was false. There's no way he doesn't. As in, he knowing...
So you're immediately assuming that Willie Mack Show is lying again, that you really truly believe that Willie is purposely lying on your name. That is insanity.
Lied, but I doubt he realized how much of his view was false. And it's probably why he wants to make the second video, so he can kind of cover his ass. But do I care? Like, what?
That's not what happened. You kept spurging out and making more retarded points, and you kept tweeting out crazy shit, and Willie was like, lol, this would be funny to make another video again. Like, does he not realize his actions are the reasons that people continuously talk about him?
Why? Like, I have so little time to do stuff that I gave up on the Rambles channel. Although, to be fair, I am bringing back the Rambles channel on the main channel. It'll be like a long-form video at the end of the month. It'll actually probably come out the day of tomorrow. Why would you want to even bring any attention to it if it's such BS? I don't think anyone that I can lead to this video wouldn't realize immediately that the video was false. You guys know enough about me. Even people who've been following me...
How is it false?
For like a week would know enough about me to know this video was false. At least to some...
Follow you for a week? You want to talk about the week where you were melting down about everyone? You want to talk about the days where you're saying crazy tweets all day long and still molding at everybody that shit on you and like laughed about you? Dude, people that followed you during that time frame saw how crazy you are. How about we use that example?
Degree. Those who've known me for a longer period would be able to go, oh, actually, I was there for that. That's entirely false. I was there for that. That's entirely false. No amount of attention from me really impacts the situation at all. I personally have talked about all these situations dozens of times, but I've actually talked about them unlike what Willie did, which is just lie about them. I want to make an iceberg where I talk about my entire history, every controversy, everything I've ever done. And there's a huge list of that. Like, there's no amount of me that is ashamed or wants to hide certain things. I talk about them all the time. Willie, of course, does.
And people that don't know you now know that you have crazy moments, and people can laugh and point at that. And criticize you for those things. That's not inherently a bad thing. If you do something cringe or stupid and people find out about it later on and laugh at you, that you just got to take it on the chin and deal with it. Your mindset is so weak.
What's that? In assuming he doesn't disclose when any of these events actually fucking happened. So when his video came out, I'm getting spammed about things that happened 7 fucking years ago. That's just one of the ways that when he was so dishonest in his video, where he mentioned...
You do realize, again, I said it earlier, that a video takes time to build those points, and will use examples from said past to the modern day points, right? Fun fact, he DMCA'd videos from archive.org and privated his videos about Dream, but he doesn't want to hide anything. Interesting.
Nothing about the dates of when things happened or who was actually involved in any situation. He just made shit up. Okay, again, that's reductive because a lot of it he was just ignorant that he was saying false things, but he did in many cases actually lie. And it led to a surprising amount of grifters realizing they could also get some views by making one of these quick videos where they just parody the lies as well. A part of me is concerned, guys, that my legacy is going to be defined by grifters like Willie Mack Show. That
you're a lol cow. Your actions have led you down this path. You've done a lot of things that people could criticize and laugh at, and the responses that you give make it worse. Your legacy will be mired with people making fun of you now if you don't stop. And that's not me saying you can't respond back. But when you make a video this bad and cut things out of context, you're doing the lol cow.
Someone at the end of my career is going to try and make...
This isn't Tipster. Everyone...
downfall video, or at least like a history video of DarkviperAU, but a person who can be legitimately honest and then they want to know the truth would end up
My thing is that even if somebody does do that, something tells me you're gonna find an issue with it if they criticize you through at any point during that video. I still believe, based on your actions that you have made overall right now, which essentially British Runner did make an iceberg video about you, you will take issue with that and proceed to do the same cycle that you're doing now. I don't believe that you'd be okay with a video like that.
Going to Willie Mack Show video and believing the false things that he says. That often what's being discussed is so old that all the people involved aren't even on the internet anymore. The original discussion of events back then doesn't exist, which of course was in Willie Mack's favor because it enabled him just to make up whatever the fuck he wanted.
I'm like really pissed off. It doesn't matter if those people aren't on the internet anymore. If these situations are old, people could still bring them up especially if they're okay with doing that, to build an argument against you. Now, the thing is, in regard to, like, here's an example. In Praise of Shadows. In Praise of Shadows says, I don't like using things from people years ago to own them, and then proceeds to be a hypocrite and uses things from Wendigoon's past to try and own him. That is an issue. Willie has no problem bringing up old stuff. I have no problem bringing up old stuff. Everybody doesn't have a problem bringing up old stuff. If it doesn't. And you're allowed to do that. But if you do it in like a dumb fucking way, that can lead to people making fun of you more, DarkViper.
But for a person who's actually genuinely wants to know the truth, I don't think that information exists anymore. Like, my DMs here with Chop Logic, like, syncs him immediately. I didn't even know these.
It doesn't sync him immediately. I read through these DMs. It's fucking insane.
Okay, he was already sunk immediately before, and that he conceded twice that he had no legal right to do what he did. But this just makes it even worse.
He said it's a legal gray area and misspoke on the one other occasion. Like, it's ridiculous.
But of course, it's something out of you. Like, I recognize that the people who watch these videos do not care what is true. But in the future, there could be people who actually want to know what is true, and they won't know it. They won't know Willie Maxer's history of how he is just a grifter who was so engaged with my content on Twitter for so long in a positive way until the very moment.
Content on Twitter, it's just you tweeting out shit. It's just Twitter. It's not content. It's just Twitter. Would you say that this is... Guys, would you say that this is content? Me just posting a Wojak, making fun of DarkViper... Would you say that this is content? Somebody that just posted a screenshot of Darkside Phil's DMs? Would you say, like, One Piece or, like, these random ass fucking tweets that aren't videos? Like, normal tweets, right? Is this, are these things content? It's Twitter.
I criticized him for lying, and then immediately he starts spamming out this video in form of tantrum. This video exists entirely because I called him out for lying. That's it. This was his...
That's literally not what it is at all. That's not what the video was. And you didn't call him a liar. In the DMs, you wouldn't answer his question directly. Did you DMCA Chud Logic? And then you went on a rant about it. You didn't call Willie a liar. Willie was asking you a direct question, and you proceeded to try to worm out of it. And then after the anime monologue, Willie's words, not mine, I would say schizo monologue, you did say, I struck him because it's just a reaction video. At no point did you call Willie a liar in those DMs.
Revenge. And what does a liar do when they're calling out the line? They just lie more. Like, I've even got it saved. Here's a snapshot of his Twitter to show that he was just liking all my posts all the fucking time. But that's not anywhere on the internet.
Who cares?
To make your statement saying it's not true and proving that, then going after them, it just creates more hate. What's that expression? A lie said in 5 seconds can take like 20 minutes to debunk. Willie doesn't argue or present evidence for anything he says in this video. It's 40 minutes of direct claims. Each one.
He does bring up information, clips, criticism, commentary on your own actions. He really is just trying to paint everybody as some sort of malicious liar when it's just, hey, we saw you do this thing and it's really funny and criticizable. We're going to talk about it. Another minute, he will strike reaction videos regardless of the contents because of his supposed principles. Yeah, because he's a fucking loser.
Itself could be its like a video, right? I thought I had time when I make the iceberg to like actually lay out an entire story. Any response I make is just going to be inferior to an actual expose of my career, which I want to do with the iceberg video. You have to think about the opportunity costs. Yes, you have this deep down desire to prove these people wrong, but there will always be more of these people who will be inclined to respond to. You can't do it forever. All that time could be otherwise spent staying in your lane, concentrating on producing the best content you can. There isn't drawing that you enjoy creating. Exactly, RBS. Like, I've got countless things that I'm meant to be doing with my time. Every single day I have... Actually, I even listed recently most of the things I was working on, right? This isn't even everything that I've got working on right now. Actually, a few of these things have now released. This is 3 weeks ago. But, like, I don't have an extra couple of hours in my day to debunk the latest grifter, right? Like, Willie, on average, tweets like 15 times a fucking day. And he...
But it's not about you. But those tweets aren't about you. Those tweets are just him tweeting. Do you have to respond to every single one of Willie's tweets? What was the point of even doing that? What's the point of responding if you don't have the time to deal with this? Like, why are you making this video then if you have other things that you're working on? This is why I don't believe what you say. This is why I think that you're not being entirely truthful of it. I'm not going to call you an outright liar. You're probably working on those things. But why even make this in the first place then? Why edit it? Why add the context? Like out of context clips? Why do all of this stuff then?
He's on Reddit as well. If he wants to make another video where
he's on Reddit as well. Does Willie like constantly write in Reddit forums?
Lies a bunch of times. He just takes a day off Twitter, writes fan fiction that he doesn't argue for, and then just makes a B1. Like, I've got a full go.
Wow, that is the ultimate projection. Oh my god, why is he talking about himself?
Oh, you know, potentially half a dozen videos, thousands of dollars to make a video that is going to be worse than any other video that I normally make. But lying for ad review is in his wheelhouse. This is literally what he does for a living. I am versing a professional. And what sucks is, like, even Aitana, because it's not just her, like, I will speak to other creators, and we will talk about what to do when the Willie Mac shows of the world just start lying about shit. And the response from me and everyone else is always, you should say nothing. Because we know anyone invest enough in this.
Who are these other creators? I'm, like, really curious who you're talking to. Because other creators that understand the game would say don't respond to it. But normal people and other creators, if there are blatant lies that can be easily debunked and proven to be lies, would say, dude, throw it up on him, throw it up on the second channel, show him that he's a liar, and just do it. Just do that. The GTA creators don't know shit. If you're going to the GTA creators for advice, you're only in the circle.
Can you see this, Chris?
Yeah, I can see that. What's up, Ahsoka? I don't know what's going on. Chat's being a little weird today. But, like, you shouldn't be within the same sphere of people. Those people don't know how to engage with it because those people don't get into drama. Those people aren't a controversial figure like you. Come on, man.
In the narrative produced by these grifters is going to care what the person has to say, especially if it creates a less interesting story. But I can't seem to take my own advice because I just hate injustice. I hate liars. I hate cheating.
Injustice and liars. My God.
I hate people to cheat systems. I hate people to take advantage of others. And it's caused me problems my entire fucking career. Nobody cares what he does in here. It's just no YouTube BS. Nobody pays attention to it. Some people do. But they usually like the bottom of the bow weirdos, right? The reason why my beef with Charlie was actually significant, and I responded to it immediately, even though I was extraordinarily angry at the time, justifiably, is because those were normal people. No one who is watching videos like this is a normal, functioning human being in society.
You know, Willie, you know, Moist Critical watches Willie, right? You do realize that Moist Critical shouted out Willie's Sneeko video, right? You do realize that normal people watch commentary creators, right? Does he not know that Charlie shouted out Willie Mac's show during the Sneeko debate? And said Willie Mac's show made an amazing video on Sneeko? Does he know that Charlie and Willie know each other? Does he know that? I don't think he knows that.
Some people lie for their own benefit. Don't waste your time and edgy being upset at unreasonable people. It ain't worth it. But it's just gonna keep happening. I like doing good in the world, chat. And I feel like to some degree
You don't do good in the world. You want to tear down the already established idea of what fair use should be and is. You want to upend this gray area and what you believe to be morally wrong and destroy everything else. You don't do things for the good of others. You do it for yourself and your own mental confirmation bias. That's what you do it for. You know what I do this for? You want to know why I do the content that I do? Why I enjoy drama? Because I like to chat shit. I like to laugh at dumb fucking actions. I like to laugh at dumb fucking people. The difference between me and DarkViper is that I just wear it on my sleeve. DarkViper genuinely believes that he's going to do something good in this world when he's not. He's a YouTuber. He's a YouTuber just like everybody else. None of us are fucking virtuous people. None of us are. Even Mr. Beast now has his own fucking problems. Nobody is that virtuous. You know? Keffel's doing the whole trans right thing. Not virtuous. All these fucking liars that will pretend that they're doing the good and right thing in the world. You're a YouTuber, asshole. Start a fucking charity. Do something like that with your life. Start a charity. Start a nonprofit. Help those people. Uploading YouTube videos and trying to ruin what fair use is for everybody else is not helping people.
Stopped doing that because it just takes too much effort and I'm so busy with my work. Surely there's some value in showing that Willie Mac's show is a liar who does not care what is true. Like surely, like there are going to be people in the future that he will also lie about that I can go, A, look, or other people can point to everywhere, hey, look, Willie Mack Show lied before, he's probably lying again. Surely there's value there, right? I would tell you I was a fan of Willie Mack Show until I saw him lying fervently about you. There is some, you would swear by your argumentation, a minority, but people say, exactly, but is it worth the time? Like, to be clear.
You're just really upset that Willie treated you like he treated everybody else. You were totally fine with the Hassan videos. You were totally fine with the other videos. But the minute it was about you, suspiciously now, Willie Mack Show is a full-blown liar. And that you now have to take it upon yourself to prove that Willie is a liar to everybody. Do you not hear yourself right now? Do you not hear what you're saying and your retarded chatter that you're talking to? This is ridiculous. This is childish.
People who are even vaguely in the know have obviously left comments saying this video.
You used to be a fan until you made a video on him. I know. I love this video in a potentially unhealthy way. That was literally about Hassan.
Your shit. Bad video. Holy shit, this video is bad. I just searched for bad. But like there's more nuanced comments saying this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. But then
let's see here. You do realize, DarkViper, when drama happens and people's favorite creators are being criticized, okay? You could probably pull up comments in here that are very pro Sneeko, comments in here that are very pro Dogpack, comments in here, even though it's Boogie, there are people in there probably talking nice things about him. There are people in the Hassan videos that are trying to argue that what Willie's saying is fake or wrong. Bro, obviously there are gonna be people that disagree with him. Like, he used an extension to search for comments to support his confirmation bias. It's just ridiculous. What lies? What lies? There are people that like Neon. There are people that like Fousey. I've had people come into my comments section and try and defend Fousey against me. You're just upset that Willie treated you like he treats everybody else, and you didn't get any special you didn't get any special treatment, buddy. That's what you're mad about. At its core, that's what you're mad about. That all of your faults were put on display, and Willie laughed at those and made fun of those. That's it. And this 41-minute rambling that you're doing shows that.
Just comments from one person. And as I shared before, there's information that I have that utterly destroys Willie that most people have the same. But this is ultimately a random fuck.
What is it then? What's the information that destroys Willie Mack Show? What is it? If you're going to say it, what is it? What is going to destroy Willie?
On the internet, who's lying for ad revenue? I just feel like I've changed so much as a person, trying to not care about the wider world outside of myself. It's a video about you, you're allowed to address it. If addressing it makes you happy, then there is value in it. But doing other things will make me even more happy. Everything has opportunity cost. What would make me happiest is to spend a month detailing everything perfectly, voicing everything perfectly, a whole expose showing how much he lied and how much he got wrong. And every day, Aitana would look at me and go, what the fuck is wrong with you? As she has said before, why are you giving any of these people any time of day?
His own girlfriend's like, what are you doing?
Obviously dumb. You know they're dumb. You know they're dishonest. You know they're lying. So what does it matter? And a keys come back to, I do not like liars. I do not like cheaters. I do not like those who perpetuate injustice. And I think taking the attitude that I am, which is just, oh well, nothing you do about it, I think is what ultimately makes the world a worse place. The reason why
he is really trying his hardest to be fucking God or like a savior of men. He really does believe that he can change the world with a YouTube video. He really believes that. You've cut so many things out of context, the thing that you have an issue with. You DMCA'd someone for a video just criticizing you, but you said it was just a reaction video. You want to overhaul the fair use and how YouTube operates because it just doesn't fall in line with what you believe it should be. This is ridiculous. He really does have the Mama Max savior complex. Instead of it being about children, it's about reaction content.
Maxers can get some foothold in the world is because people like me do nothing. Evil wins when good people do nothing.
You're not a good person, though. You're not. You're a cow. You're a cow to be milked at this point because you just keep doing the dumbest shit imaginable.
Any of you would probably come to understand being a good person takes a lot more effort than being a bad person. A person indifferent to the truth, indifferent.
No, it doesn't. You could be a good person. There are things. It's not difficult to be a good person. It's actually pretty easy. It's tough to be the bad guy. It's the hardest thing to do is to be the bad guy if you have a conscience, right? It's hard, you know? Like, I've criticized people all day long on this channel. I've shit on people. I've laughed at people. I've laughed at situations, all of these things, right? But, like, here's an example. When Lio was bringing up his situation, when he was talking about why he did what he did, right? In the context of him being like, well, I have my own traumatic thing. I didn't laugh at that because, like, I sit there and I'm like, I wouldn't want someone laughing at me for that as well, especially if it's significant, like, definitely happened to that person. If it's like a fake allegation, I'll laugh at it all day, or if it's like a gay op thing. But, like, I sit back and I have my own moral lines, and a lot of people got mad at me for that. A lot of people got mad and they're like, you should be laughing at that. I was like, I personally just won't do it. And I had people get mad at me for that. It's harder to be the good guy than you think. It's easy to be the bad guy. It's easy, real easy to be the bad guy. But the problem is, in your case, is that you think you're the good guy, but you're always acting like the bad guy. Always. That's the difference. That's the difference. Being a good person should not be a difficult thing. It shouldn't. But you are the bad guy, and you just don't realize that you're the bad guy.
To how what they're doing can negatively impact other people, can do 1,000 things in a day, while a good person sitting there wondering at the implications of the next action. It just sucks.
Gay? Fuck you, Verse. You fucking piece of shit. I have a moment of introspection and tell you all that DarkViper's retarded, and I say something that's true, and I get called classic.
The worst aspect of life, in that it has so many other negative ramifications that leads to all the other bad things in life. Plan, wait for the inevitable internet anarchist video.
I would not have it any other way, Versed.
He is a big enough creator that making a video in response to him and piling in all the other grifters can be justified from a business perspective. There will be no I could be making a different video guilt because it is a video that should do good numbers. Corey is my editor, and he's obviously right. I talked about that before, I think. I still think that's wrong. Into Anarchus isn't worth it either. No, but at that point, it, like, from business-wise, there's enough growth and money in that any considerations my other content...
Yeah, he did shit on Apollo after he died. He did do that.
Irrelevant at that point. Because it will actually be a video that people watch and find engaging enough for the growth and whatever, and the editor's time to be actually worth it. Like, that was one of my original plans, was to make my iceberg video and just periodically throughout the video being like, hey, by the way, this is one of the things I'm putting extra light about, and just continuing, right? Which not that overt, right? But being like, this was included because X, Y, and Z grifter said these false things before. It's always important to remember, guys, that you know that Willie's wrong because you know me to some degree. You might know, like...
You are disturbingly parasocial with your audience. You are disturbingly parasocial. You guys know me. All 1 million of all close to 1 million subscribers know who I am. That's creepy. That's creepy to me. I find that like spine tingling weird. That's like dream parasocial levels. Where it's like, I love all of you. You're the best. My subscribers they know me, that we're a family. You know, that shit makes me so uncomfortable. The idea to treat all of these subscribers, people, as like family. They don't know you. They don't hang out with you on every day of your life. It's just a GTA streamer. You're a GTA streamer. It's creepy. You guys know me from an edited select speech at GTA streams. Come on. I find that creepy. Like, I find that unsettling when people do that, where they have that, where they genuinely believe that the audience, like, know them to their core. You don't. I don't know any of you. You don't know me. I provide entertainment and shit for you to laugh at, and we all laugh together. That is all that we have in common. I don't know any of you on a personal level. Don't want to know any of you on a personal level. And I feel like you're all fine with that. That's the part that I find creepy, is that his fan base will eat that up, and none of them see that to be an issue.
There's no way you know every single story that he lied about in his video. But watching it, you'd be like, wait a second, I heard about that. I was there for that. This is false. Holy shit. Everything else in this video is going to be false. But there are people who know literally nothing about me, or whose entire impression of me comes through this lying grifter. The problem with thinking this way is this platform is billions of people. It doesn't matter what I do or say or where. There is going to be people who, even prior to knowing me at all or knowing my content, end up receiving a false impression of me. It's just unavoidable. If you start trying to stop that to some degree, you just end up not making the content that normally brings you people in the first place.
Which is what you're doing right now.
As I said to all those people who lied and said the reason why I made those anti-react videos is to develop an audience, making just a normal video leads to me getting more viewers than just any other commentary video that I do. Especially those that take a lot of my time. Fuck, I would have done Reddit them to do speedrunning, but now I got in drama. Maybe Passes 2.0 would have actually come out a million years ago, but no, I made those react videos. Or those anti-react videos.
Yeah, you're the one that made your bed. That's your fault. You're the one that did these things, and now you're in a position where you have made yourself somebody that people don't like. You could have just kept making GTA videos, but your moral compass refused to allow you to continue. Then you proceeded to make the DarkViper Rambles channel, where you talked about forms of drama and gave your take on things instead of just sticking to what you should have done. Being a GTA streamer, you're a fish out of water here, and it shows.
I'm not a machine, guys. I'm not a machine. I do not like to be lied about. I think in this business, it helps to just be entirely detached. To think of it, like seemingly as what he does, as just a magical fantasy world that you can just throw out lies into or not care about what's true. Like,
that is such an extreme thing to say. Nobody wants to put out actual lies. Like, yes, the meme is like, oh, somebody lie on the internet? I can't believe that. Yes, that happens a lot. But that doesn't mean that every person is lying. Is that there's a normalcy in lying. Willie has talked about people who have directly lied about things and exposed those things. John Swan, I'm Alex, etc. Trying to state that Willie's lying but not showing the context of what you believe to be the lie is ridiculous.
If you can disconnect from it and treat it like it's a game or something, then obviously you're going to be better off. But I've never been that way. There is no separation between DarkviperAU and Matthew Judge. They're one and the same to me. So I can't just look at it and go, lol, thousands of people have been misled about DarkviperAU, but me, Matthew Judge, who cares? Because I put so much of me personally into my work.
One video to settle it and be done. Not giving up, just ending it and moving on.
It's funny because I said the exact same things to Aitana. But she's right in that she fired back and said, it will never end, Matt. In the same way what I'm doing here, she would look at me and go, what are you doing? They're just going to lie. They're going to take this video, or this ramble, and like crop out individual words, make something else out of it, and lie more. In the same way.
I'm not. I'm doing something entirely unique. That criticism doesn't land on me, bitch! That criticism doesn't work for the ChrisTheNarc channel, Matt. It doesn't work. Because I used this. Thanks to Confusing and Smaggle for coming up with this idea. Obviously, it's their brainchild. But come on, Matt. You can't say that about me, baby. We listened to you the entire time. You can't use that. DarkTipsterAU said all this.
Woody's like, hey, wait a second. I got 200,000 views making up a story that took no fucking time to make because I just lied the entire time. He's like, hey, I can do it again. 200,000 views. You can do it in a day. Just writes one more fan fiction, and that's just money in the bank. Once they realize they can do this, they will never stop. There was nothing in Willie's video where the evidence doesn't already exist that he's wrong, that he's like.
Where is it? Talk about it. Show it. Do it. Why are you... I'm so sick of him saying this, and he never brings up what it is.
There was more evidence, again, as I showed in DMs and stuff, that I have that other people done, but there's enough already that you can, if you really want to, do the legwork and find out these lying. But no one does, because no one cares. So the next time you make a video lie again, people just go, oh, this must all be true. There'll be some of you who stumble across the video and go, this is all false, what the fuck is wrong with you? But you're just gonna be called out and be like, you're a stan or whatever the fuck people use in these days. And then you just be dismissed.
Your fan base is so parasocially brain rotted that they are stans. Have you not seen your fan base? They're actually crazy. Like, unironically crazy.
So none of it matters. It is just an annoying aspect of life that people can do this, and you just have to grit your teeth and bear it. What about old publicity is good publicity? It's not true, though. Making a video debunking Willie Mac Show undeniably would bring me new viewers. People like, oh, I had no idea. In the same way that Willie lost subscribers when he made his fucking video. Because it showed to a lot of people, these people who knew of me, that he's a liar and a grifter. But I can get more publicity making my normal videos than I can debunking Willie, because it would just take so much fucking time. But again, one of the most annoying things here is finding out that Mudahar is involved in collaborating with and promoting these grifters. When my mod said he was hanging around with the quartering, remember that guy I called a disingenuous dense motherfucker? Hanging around with Turkey Tom, holy shit. And now he's like promoting Willie Mac in his videos? What happened to Mudahar in the last couple of years?
General. So again, if
Mudahar, again, I already talked about the argumentation of this, but I'll repeat myself. Mudahar can enjoy a video in isolation of Willie, but not agree with every video that Willie's ever made. You can be friendly with somebody, but not agree with them all the time or on other things that they are doing. DarkViper has a very toxic way of looking at friendship or like associations. It's kind of sad. Like, I'm friendly with Tommy. Here's an example. I'm friendly with Tommy, right? I'm cool with Tommy. Me and Tommy probably won't see eye to eye on everything. I'm pretty sure Tommy's called me autistic at one point. Like, so what? So what? Tommy's friendly with people that I probably will have an issue with in the future. He will have an issue with people I'm friendly with. Who cares? I just don't get it. I don't understand. I don't get why it's a problem that Mudahar can look at a Willy video about Hassan and say, this is a good video, you should check this out. There's nothing emphatically wrong with that. Just because they're in a group chat together doesn't mean that that was the main reason why Mudahar promoted Willy's video.
You want to check it out, Willie Mac's video is great. He covers this topic. I would highly recommend you see this to see actual proper journalism and actual proper objective coverage of the situation.
Journalism from Willie Mac.
Of that situation, retard. You immediately clicked off when Mudahar said, of that situation. Dumbass. Dumb motherfucker. Mudahar is literally telling you this specific video is great. Actual journalism was done within said video. Your argument gets blown out of the water right there.
Show. Like, did I miss the whole minute where Mudahar's just like, people have been calling me a drama YouTuber for ages. I don't like that. Like, I don't like being called that, but fuck it, I'm gonna become one. What happened? Willie's source in, like, this entire video is, I don't know, I learned about it in Dream. I made it the fuck up. Man literally went to archive.org, downloaded videos and clips, and went, I have no idea what these clips mean. Here is a random sentence that has nothing to do.
Why did the AI get worse confusing? What the fuck is this?
And this is proper journalism? Unbelievable. When we're done with vetted him from one, I'm gonna grab some notes. I'll go through my notes and get, like, examples of things, and I'll, like, freestyle, explaining all the false things in this video. I don't care, well. I don't care. I'm over it. I want this grifter to have some sort of repercussions for his lives. It won't be much. It won't impact him at all in the grand scheme of things in the same way it didn't impact Gabby Bell when she did the same kind of shit. Which actually is kind of funny because a lot of the same false claims.
So apparently he's doing it. He's like, fuck it, I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to riff off the top of my head. Remember when he said he's a perfectionist? Remember he said he wants to be fully thorough on these things? Now he's going to make slop part videos trying to debunk Willie Mac's show and others. Remember when he said that? Remember he's like, guys, I'm a perfectionist. I have to meticulously put these things together. I don't like doing anything half-assed. You are now going to do the half-assed stuff on your main YouTube channel. Really? This isn't a smart idea. Something tells me the overall audience of the regular DarkViper channel do not care about your internal beefs with other YouTubers.
That when he makes in the Gabby Bell video, I also debunk. As in, like, I could, but at least for the first, like, third of it, just use clips from me debunking Gabby Bell to debunk.
Thoughts on slop content? I don't give a shit. Make the slop content. If it's not, like, harming kids, if it's not like the fucking, if it's not like the Elsa Spider-Man shit, I don't care. If it's like that stuff or like a danger to kids, slop content bad. But, like, I don't give a fuck. Slop content's awesome. Slop content's easy. Who cares?
Willie, because it would have saved us both some time had Willie actually watched my videos responding to people, but apparently he didn't. We have time before GC6, guys, where I can do this shit. I promise you have way more supporters than those losers do. Oh, I'm well aware. To be honest, Moody isn't a good person. I see him as the leech of YouTube. I know he doesn't make any original content, and most of his content is fake. Didn't used to be that way.
Most of his content is fake. Muda's content's fake now? Most of his... Whoa. Holy shit, he is really mad at Mudahar. Wow.
Finding out about this fucking knitting circle was like the last name in the coffin for me treating Mudahar as a different person from these other...
Oh, the knitting circle. He got so mad that Mudahar was in a group chat with drama YouTubers. The worst thing imaginable. You know what's like the craziest thing that Muda said in that group chat? He's like, Fuzi should die. I said that. Other people have said that. Fuzi's a horrible person. I don't care. I hate FuziTube. Like, if he died, I'm not losing sleep at night. Horrible. Like, who cares? Who cares? It was all of us shit-talking in a group chat.
of degenerates that just lie for money. So I was talking to Pez. Got known him since like 2017. He's in the industry, and he says to me, "I like that you just don't take shit. That you call out people for saying false things, and like you hit back people and stuff." And
Pez sounds like a retard that isn't actually looking at the situation, but okay.
I look at this and I'm like, why don't you do that anymore? Of all the things that people accuse me of in regards to like changing or becoming more corporate or it came about the algorithm and stuff, a lot of that is false. But the one thing that I can argue is probably truthful is the way that I've changed in regards to responding to falsehoods. I found it
You haven't changed. You're still schizophrenic.
so ineffective in so many different instances in the past that back in the day, I'm like putting on gloves, I'm throwing hands about every minor issue to disprove what you were saying. But now it's like I'm too fucking old. Like Winnie Mac Show will exist for a couple of years, he'll fade out, and there'll be another generation of grifters. And I'll be like, oh look, it's the next Winnie Mac Show. Like surely if I didn't take the time.
Willie's gonna phase out. Everyone does. You're gonna phase out. Every YouTuber does that. Every YouTuber has a peak. Every YouTuber has consistent viewership for a good period of time, and then they all eventually fall off. Same thing can be said for you. It's gonna happen to me. It's gonna happen to Nick. It's gonna happen to Keemstar, which you can argue it's happened a few times with Keem. But like, it's gonna happen to H3H3. It's gonna happen to Mr. Beast. It's gonna happen to Logan Paul. Like, dude, every content creator has a shelf life. You saying that isn't like a critique. You saying that isn't a criticism. It's just what the reality of social media influencing, if you want to use that gay terminology, is.
The writer script, and we just like at the beginning of the stream or the end of the stream just like cracked into one of these videos and showed them as liars. See, the problem with that is these guys are hypocrites, right? They would 100% scrap those videos, even though it's not against my positions I espouse. I'm doing it again. I'm pretending like AU people actually videos and show them as liars. See, the problem with that is these guys are hypocrites, right? They would 100% scrap those videos, even though it's not.
They would 100% strike those videos. What videos? Strike those videos. None of us struck any videos that I'm aware of. How about flagging if somebody's doxing someone with full phone number? That's not copyright striking people. You know, Diorio flagged somebody who posted his full legal phone number and personal information. That's not a strike. That's not a DMCA. So you're framing this again. You're framing this in a falsehood.
Against my positions I espouse. I'm doing it again. I'm pretending like AU people actually know what my positions are. Like Willie had heard a summary from my own mouth of my own positions. He excluded that from his video and made up his own. That is debunked like by a bit of.
That's called criticism, baby. You can hear someone. You can hear out somebody. And then still look at that and go, that's still insane. That's still a crazy take. You can listen to somebody ramble for 40 minutes at you and still come to the conclusion, damn, that's still not good. That's crazy. I still disagree with you. You do realize that that is a thing, right?
Footage directly after something else that he included in his video. Like, so he has seen multiple refutations of his false summation of my views, but he just...
Which is interesting because you've done the same thing to Chud throughout multiple instances of this. And also your other response videos, the Chud. So...
made up shit anyway. Which he so often did. When he's like, well, I heard DarkViper saying this, but I'm just saying he said it, and people are going to believe me. What if we made this a trilogy like I did in the past? The last one, chat. The last trilogy. Debunking and grifter. This will be like the prelude, explaining my thoughts, why it took so long, and then the next one we can actually dig. Okay, Red Dead 1.
Oh, God. He's going to keep going. I can't wait. I can't wait. We're going to have so many Dark Tipster AU videos. We're going to have so many. So many Dark Tipster AU videos. It's never ending. The Dark Viper content will go on 1,000 years. 1,000 years of Dark Viper. 1,000 years. Oh, no. He's going through with it. You know what? If there are lies, okay, here's my position, okay? If Dark Viper could accurately prove that Willie Mac Show definitively 100% lied in his public interpretation of him, do it. I will hear those out. I'll hear them out. But I don't believe you're going to be able to prove a lie, maybe a misinterpretation, but I doubt it. Because Willie's pretty thorough on his stuff when it comes to making those videos. That's why he's been touted with the Andrew Tate stuff and the Hassan stuff and others. So, like, I'm curious where we go with this. 14 years. 14 years of Dark Viper content. It'll never end. We'll be here forever. Confusing is going to be working in the sweatshops of just Dark Viper AU content.
Hey guys, thank you for watching the clip. Thank you, Kiwifarms, for doing the editing. Make sure you give him a follow on Twitter. And make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you are new. Check out the link in the description for the lolcow trading card game. There's a brand new pack called Series X. That pack has my card in it, the Tipster cards as well. On top of that, there's a bunch of other cast of characters in there. And we're also working towards an ultimate goal for that. So make sure you guys click on the link below. We're going to try and upload daily here and do live streams pretty often. So make sure you stick around and hit that like button. Thanks, guys.